guy running around the map, swaggering around, beating people up as we open the book and get into game number 1. He can be the guy, but he needs a really good start. Same with the Storm Spirit and same with the Underlord. So you're hoping to crush one of these lanes. Is that realistically going to happen? I don't know. We're going to find out as both teams kind of on a collision course right now, both smoked up. Let's see. This vision here really, really good from the Radiant, but Nightpulse also going to place down the Observer as well. Swedenstrong's going to reveal. And there is really not much initiation between either team here, so it's a little bit awkward. Oh, the 4-man blood grenade. You love to see it. Till the end, trying to get away as VTune comes in, trying to get cheeky stack setting up here, but it's not going to work. They're going to lose a Treant Protector most likely here. It's taking a bit of time, but he will go down. First blood goes to Respect. VTune on the high ground turns around, slaps down Chiro Jr. The Raze is really starting to stack up here. They'll take down Respect as well. 2 for Warwick, as VTune will go down eventually, but getting off so much damage as he does so. Cloud now being chased as well. He's going to get himself away. Vankushi tries to come in for one more hit, one more Earthshock. Not going to work, as Warwick just slowly being pecked away out by Swedenstrong. Vankushi comes in for that one, gets a kill, and now Swedenstrong with all of these sticky napalms just stacking up again and again and again, trying to finish the job here onto Janta. Janta going to be able to grab the bounty rune, but will be going down himself, so it's 4 kills going the way of 1 win in the end.
What the? Okay, sure. Absolute carnage. Like for Nightpulse, they were thinking, okay, this is it, right? You're hitting V-Tunes, hitting multi-hero raises. It looks pretty promising, but yeah, it's just an absolute scrap. Underlord had the Firestorm to kill off the Beastmaster, but opted to then use it on the Ursa. Yeah, quite an excitable start to the game there. It's for Nightpulse to kind of instigate all the engagement, but not to really net the positives. One win are going to be relatively happy with that.
Definitely. 1 win then off to a good start. I mean, I think the biggest effect of that we're probably going to see is in the middle lane as Warwick gets the 2 kills there. He's got himself a bottle already, my god. Yeah, this is going to be a tough time for Chiro Jr. to come back from.
Yeah, Chiro, of course, has a little bit of a level advantage, but yeah, the early bottle or Storm Spirit will just enable him to get to the point where he just pushes waves out and doesn't really care too much about his laning partner. And I'm intrigued. So the Underlord did actually go for the Abyssal Horde facet that we were kind of talking about. You spoke about it, I spoke about the alternative, and yeah, we'll see the true effects of it. I'm yet to really see a game of it, personally. I've just been seeing Cleave non-stop because players just love farming, and I'll be excited to see how impactful it is in a pro game. Yes, you do need to read the entire Dota Bible to understand what it does, but we won't read it now, as we also lose the entire lane from it. So if you don't want to watch the laning phase, we can just read that.
So well, guys, we'll hover over it one more time. You can screenshot it, okay? And then that's it. Okay,
there
quick, everybody, screenshot.
There we go.
And done.
Yeah.
All right,
we got more important things to talk about, but TLDR, when you spawn your gate in, it also spawns in Necromonicons, old school, based on your level of your twin gate. And you can't control them, but they run around and just auto-attack stuff. So it kind of overwhelms some fights when they continuously spawn through. Also needs heroes to be close enough to the gate to do it, but...
They still get vision like they used to?
The twin gate does, and the creeps do, but there's like certain parameters for it to spawn.
No, I mean the, you know how old Necros used to give true sight?
I have no clue. I tested it like 2.5 weeks ago when the patch came out, and I forgot, so... Yeah. It happens. There's so much information in the patch.
That'd be pretty crazy if they did, but we'll keep an eye on it.
So far, though, laning-wise, Nightpulse, they're going to be pretty happy. Their lanes are really securing. You have, in the bot lane, we've got like the Hoodwink, which is, of course, previous patch, the best for in the game, because you have both aggressive capabilities with Acorn Shot, but also then you have the Bushwhack to disengage. And now that you have the Innate to also give yourself some more survivability in the trades. And then like in top lane, you have a Treant Protector with the Leech Seed, with the potential options to either go Grasp to be aggressive or Living Armor to protect. Like they have 2 supports that are going to make sure that their cores get through this laning stage without any major problems.
Topside, V2 taking some pretty heavy hits up here as till the end trying to hold his ground here under the tower, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to. Pops the stick and we'll just kind of force him back, but so aggressive here from 1win. Really kind of putting the pressure onto VTune here, which is what you want to be seeing against an SF, honestly. But how much is it really doing? His CS is fine right now, and he's still got plenty of health and mana to work with.
Yeah, it's the benefit of having that leech seed, even with the sapling facet as well. Like beforehand, you need to go near the wave to utilize the healing. Now with sapling, the treant can just smack the leech seed anywhere he wants, create his own tree, and then utilize that healing. So, yeah, everyone really happy so far in the game. Like all cores sitting at about to be 20 CS. Other than this 6-man death fiasco.
Oh, Chira! Oh, he got that. That's crazy. Wow.
That was good.
Janta,
especially with Sweden Strong taking top, right? It's like you secure the bottom, Sweden Strong takes the top, and after what we were praising, quite an early bottle from Warwick due to the shenanigans at this early game, that helped swing that back the way of Tiny. But again, no, I have not seen a single lane really perfectly utilize the kills that they obtained, right? There's been no more kills after the initial brawl.
This is something we've been seeing a little bit more, is the crash landing facet on the Tiny. So he's going to be able to clear waves super, super quickly with that one. It does just clear entire waves at level 4.
Yeah, so it's Tiny. I think Tiny's one of the better examples of what facets are meant to be in the game, right? So I think facets, when they were introduced, people had this perception of it being heroes will be cores, supports, or farming or fighting heroes, right? And I think of course we're in early days, so it's a little bit kind of harder for some heroes to have that same level. But for Tiny, it's very clear. You get the exterior, the status resistance option when you want to be the carry. But when you're the mid laner being active, even 4 position, this toss, this crash landing, it is the one to go for. The bonus damage on landing, you can go for Phylactery, Kanda to even amp it up more. It just makes you very explosive. So I think Tiny is one of the heroes that just perfectly does it. They're diving a little bit top, but again, there's so much to stay. He should dive
with the Maledict upon him. He's just gone. Vtune trying to set up the stacks from the side, though, as Tillian takes a long time to go down and will bring Cloud down with him. Tower takes him out. Janta in some trouble as well as OneWin. They bring in the reinforcements, and they will go hard onto this tower. Vtune, he's going to get kicked up as well. This is 3 kills up on the top side for the side of OneWin. They will happily trade their Beastmaster for this one.
Yes. You bring that twin gate, bring in the numbers first, and they kind of break the trade, and yeah, it's just really nice moves from OneWin. The strengths of the Doctor, and he's doing exactly kind of what we talked about during the draft, and they're going again.
He's just not stopping. He's even got the paralyzing cask should he need it, as you wanted to see until the end. How much can he heal? In come the raises. Respect will be dying here. The double raise does connect, and he does go down. And now Warwick even coming in for this one as well. So Night Pulse, they're going to punish this. You don't dive these guys twice in a row.
Yeah, but you dive them twice in a row, but I think this is really bad for the Storm Spirit, right? Like he TP'd top to help get a kill. Shadowfiend gets both of the kills, right? As his Storm kind of arrives late. Now he has to awkwardly walk back to mid lane. Yes, it helps out, but the fact that OneWin were the aggressors here, breaking down and up early, it's still very much a positive for them as well. But this Doctor, it's so annoying. And already, look at him. He dives top, TP's mid, instantly smoke with the Tiny, create the combinations. Underlord is playing relatively defensive right now. Oh no, he's not. He's now stepped up to farm the camp. I take it back. He's not defensive. He's
the
dying.
Monkey in through the trees. Chira will come in with the toss, with the damage. Mankushi here as well to follow up with a bit of fiery swipe. Sure, Janta tries to help out with a bushwhack, but not going to be nearly enough to stop that kill going their way.
I'm really enjoying just the natural moves for OneWin here. It's all. I feel like Respect is the key. Pillar of the movements, right? Like he uses twin gate top, he takes the fight top. He TP's mid, smokes his Tiny. Like this Witch Doctor is really controlling the tempo of the game right now. And for Night Pulse, this is kind of what we were hinting at, right? With their heroes, like they should play decent lanes, but eventually they just want to farm, right? Shadowfiend can't help each other out. Storm can rotate, and Underlord, he's a farming offlaner, and because of that, there's just there's no natural harmony of wanting to make moves, and they are going to have to face the repercussions of what they picked for now and just try and weather the storm a little bit.
Good one. Yeah, thanks. They have found the Witch Doctor here at least, so be able to turn through onto that kill. But Chira Jr. coming in with the toss damage, doing a lot here. And with a Maledict upon him, it won't be enough to kill him off, but Warwick's certainly going to take heavy hits from that one and be forced out. Until the end, meanwhile, not quite so lucky. He does get run down. Storm, he's got a bottle to bob himself back up again. He just came back from base, but still, to be this low on resources after literally just being sent back to the fountain is kind of rough.
Yeah, I think Storm often excels when, obviously, you want to have the mana battery. Keeper Light style hero is S tier. But if you have lanes that put heroes down to low HP, so when he joins in, he's not doing the full range zip into then maybe get the kill. Like, he likes the cheap kills where he just overwhelms. In this type of game right now, he's having to be kind of do everything, right? Like, he has to do the damage, he has to set it up, and because of that, after an engagement, he's often running back to base. Like, this is his second time that he's had to scurry himself back to base because he's just not really too present on the map. And a 3,000 gold lead now at the 9-minute mark. We mentioned the fact there is no forward pressure for Night Pulse, and I think Ursa is the key hero here. Look at how he is happily farming up. He's got the broadsword, he's got the cornucopia. Already recipe as well if he wants to. He's a single claymore away from having Battle Fury. It's not as if it's a
happy bear.
He's a really happy bear, and it's a happy bear into pretty good matchups.
Yeah,
you can brush off the Shadow Fiend very nicely. Like in the 1v1, as soon as you get BKB and Basher, you just lock onto the Shadow Fiend. Like, there's no real defensive capabilities. Sure, you can go like Shadow Blade maybe on Shadow Fiend, but yeah, it's if you're a Night Pulse fan, be a little bit scared right now. Sure, they're smoked up, they're gonna try and go for it, but instant roar and
oh no,
Storm's
Warwick, he
dead.
might just be dead here. Big zip all the way away, trying to get himself out and trying to dodge these Maledict ticks at the same time as well. It's timed it a little bit, but should be okay. He's going to live for the time being. Very thoroughly ousted from that side of the map. Sweden Strong going in for more here, trying to find Janta. Vici just going to let it go from the low ground with the Requiem, and the right click from Janta will finish the job onto Sweden Strong. So just trading it up right now. Maybe a little aggressive there from the Batrider.
yeah. I think they're lucky for Storm to have that much mana, right? That he was able to dodge a Maledict tick or two, therefore he didn't go down. But once again, he goes for a move and 0 mana. I think luckily he does have the Arcane Rune, so able to at least recover his farm just a little bit. But during that, we did see Underlord farm up a triple stack, and I think that's the main query for me. When will Underlord want to enter the game now? Right, like he's a staff away from his Atos, and an Atos against the early game aggression is always quite nice to just kind of set up other people, even just isolate heroes for your Firestorm to do damage. And I'd like to see them just try and ramp up the aggression in some way, but again, it's so hard when you're having to react non-stop as Chira Jr. smoked up, hoping to find a core, but
yeah, look
just
at
sees the hoodwink. Yeah.
See if anybody's farming up here. Don't know. Seems a bit hesitant as Monkushi just going for the kill onto Cammy here on the sidelines. Cammy absolutely no mana to work with. Does pop the wand and turn around with the Pit of Malice, so it'll help out Monkushi for now. And now with Warwick coming through as well, Monkushi's going to pop the ulti. Maybe a little early here. Sweden Strong coming to help out as well. Warwick, he's not giving up the chase here, but maybe he should. He's running out of mana. Whoa, that is deep under the tower, and V-Tune's going to be able to scoop that one up for himself. Another soul collected for the Shadow Fiend here.
That was absolutely wild from the Tiny. Like, he saw his Ursa running away. He then opted to walk underneath the tier 1 tower. He got hit by Bushwhack. Then was like, wait, why am I here? And of course, gets comboed down. But in that brief moment, he opted to just dive deep whilst the Ursa was trying to disengage. A slightly questionable move from the Tiny there. And these are the kills that they need. Oof. You know how we were talking about Warwick having quite a difficult time in his rotations?
Yeah.
He went from 3 rotations back to base to rotate into Arcane Rune, rotate into Regen Rune.
Oh my god.
This is like the perfect recipe for getting back into a game.
So we kind of looking at a 1 win and, you know, questioning why they're not controlling these power runes a bit better, maybe?
Yeah, they've opted to go for their own moves, which was slightly out of sync with the even minute mark to enable them to secure them, right? Like they make a move, disengage, active rune goes Night Pulse. They make a move bottom, lose Tiny, they can't protect them. So I think they're just maybe out of sync with what Storm really wants from the game. And I think that would have been the type of pressure that would have really hurt Night Pulse. If you smoke for that 12-minute rune, that 10-minute rune, kill on the rune instead, it could have been a different trajectory for their net worth. Because they went from having a 3k net worth lead to a couple bits of aggression from Night Pulse, or even a poor move from themselves, and now it's even once again. So yeah, I think
smoke up. Warwick just zipping, trying to keep that regen rune going. Gets on top of the Batrider. Chira Jr. comes in, trying to help out here, but might not be possible. Respect going to turn around. He drops a Death Ward to chase him back, and actually, they might just be getting Warwick's life here. Let's see. Can he get himself away? Oh, so close inside the fountain. Maledict.
He zipped it. He dodged. Yeah, fine.
narrowly lived through that. But Janset will be the sacrifice instead, the sacrificial squirrel over in the other side of the map. As one win, retaliate hard to the aggression shown by Nightpulse.
Yeah, so he's not too ready to play yet, but he's warning Nightpulse. He's making his moves to mid, like, guys, look at my items. I have Battle Fury going into minute 14, blinks on the horizon. Like, I'm about to tear up this game shortly if you don't shut me down. And I think that's where Warwick, at least, he's looking to try and get the Orchid on the Storm Spirit. V2's been very quiet as well. He's going for the Manta. Manta's really nice against One Win's heroes because you can Manta to stop the lasso, so then you have to recast it when he blinks in. Same thing for Roar. If the Beastmaster gets into position of roaring, but then you Manta, it's like, wait a second, it cancels that animation, you have to go again. So a really high skill player with Manta can disrupt a Bat Rider and a Beastmaster quite nicely. We'll see if it really works out because there's so much overwhelming fight, stun, and damage that you might just clean them up so quickly that doesn't really matter, but it's something to look out for at least.
Yeah, definitely. I'm also looking out for the snowball potential for the side of Nightpulse as well. Storm has done a really good job on staying active and not dying. Like, yeah, sure, he's losing his resources. He's having to go back to base a lot. He's not getting a ton off the map. He's poor, but he's still got the 8 galvanized stacks. And that's kind of like, I don't know how to sum that up in net worth, but we could say maybe like 800 gold or something of net worth. Just kind of chilling. So maybe I'm over-exaggerating. But either way, it can build some more. And that's something we might see. Same with the Shadow Fiend. If he's able to get a couple of kills, Necromastery can start to build up. There is a huge turnaround for the side of Nightpulse, I think, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like, when you say this turnaround, I think it's still... I think they did a pretty good job stabilizing the game. But this is the window where I think One Win is at their strongest. Like, they are... I'm excited to see how aggressive they can be. Because when you look across all their heroes, their items just reflect damage, kill, like map pressure. Whilst Nightpulse doesn't really have that. Like, we're looking at a 50-minute Roshan falling. The Ursa is about to get Blink Dagger. Beastmaster has Aghanims, also a Blink Dagger. The Witch Doctor has a Mechanism. The Tiny has a Blink and an Echo soon to be on the horizon, right? Like, we're seeing pretty much every hero in One Win has a tool to get a kill. And as I say that, using those tools to kill, tree, and protect their top. And this is the window now where this net worth lead, if One Win don't blunder, should easily become like 10k plus net worth. Like, it is so scary how oppressive this draft can be right now if they want to use it correctly.
My favorite thing in Dota is the a pro dying and then immediately pinging the vision because we're all the same, dude. We're all the same.
It happens.
No different.
Okay, now the question is, does Nightpulse have anything to really play on? And unfortunately, not really the case. I don't think V2 wants to fight right now into the Aegis. Storm just got an Orchid, and that's about it. The Hoodwink's looking for maybe a Maelstrom to greed up himself. The Underlord just got a mech, so you've got an Orchid on Storm.
Well, he's going to have to bloody use it. Jira Jr. on top of him. Roar's going to come down as well, and with that Aghanim Scepter, they're going to be able to chop him up with ease. Jira Jr. takes down Cammy, and now they continue this dominant roll through the dire side of the map.
Yeah. I was about to say an Underlord has just the mech, right? And it's like, oh, he doesn't even have it on him, but it's like, eh. Yeah, if you're Nightpulse, you run away. Yeah. You skip every wave you can. You buy as much time as possible. You do not want to fight into this 5-man.
Tough situation now for Nightpulse. But they just need to play the map again, as you say. Slow it down a little bit. Ignore them. They're attention seekers on One Win. They just want to lure you in. And to be fair, you know, these kills, they're not the most valuable. A Treant, an Underlord's okay, but you really want to be getting your hands on this Shadow Fiend, on this Storm Spirit. They are making themselves slightly harder to target. Blink out from the Tiny. Very nicely done there. Again, another rune picked up from the Storm Spirit. This time it's going to be the haste rune, but doesn't result in a whole lot.
Oh, look at those.
The boys. No, Witch Doctor,
so
don't do it to him.
Oh no, I don't know if I like this facet or not yet, but Sweet and Strong jumping in.
Oh my god, he's just gone! Absolutely blended. Great Requiem coming out from the Shadow Fiend, but it's not enough to turn the fight around. They've lost Sweet and Strong. That's it. Monkushi might be losing his Aegis here as well. They are showing a bit of respect away of Nightpulse, but they're just looking for the reset here. Looking for another target. I mean, it's still a great trade for the side of One Win as Tiny goes in with the Avalanche and gets himself away. It's a very, very tense moment here. Till the end, just kind of lumbering himself forwards. Doesn't really mind dying if it's going to get them a return kill or force OneWin's hand here. Look at how cautious they're being. They're blinking away from this. They're backing themselves out. They've used the Roar. They've used the Death Ward. They don't have a Batrider.
Even with Overgrowth on cooldown, Requiem on cooldown, like, I was expecting OneWin to just turn that around. Like Tiny, he had an Avalanche in 2, now he turns it around.
Hoodwink, yep, Hoodwink will go down. Gets off the bushwhack before he dies, but Cloud comes in on this one. But guess what? Storm is back, jumping in onto the Tiny, but the lasso comes out once again, and the Storm just has to back himself away. On Kushi standing in the front lines here, but he's got to be careful as there is a very, very hard-hitting Shadow Feed right now. Beautiful nut, though. Look at that paralyzing cast, bouncing through them all. Vichun can't stand his ground. He will lose to the Ursa. Technically a draw, but with the Aegis, it is a win. A huge one at that. Night Pulse, they thought they found their timings, but they were sadly mistaken.
They were, again, trying to maybe punish OneWin on a disengage, but they just don't have the damage compared to it. And it's like in mid lane, I was expecting OneWin to turn it around. When Tiny hit the Avalanche, he didn't disengage. He respected Night Pulse heavily, but then Night Pulse after that, I think Storm maybe forced a little bit too much. He zips onto the Tiny. He's like, guys, I can get the kill, but then they don't. And at that point, they're just, again, they're missing their key spells. There's no Requiem. There's no Overgrowth. There's no real kind of Underlord abilities to throw into the mix as well. And yeah, it's just, it's rough for Night Pulse. And that's why it's really fun to watch the OneWin lineup, right? It's like at any minute, they're just one blink away from killing off a hero. And I think that's where props to Swedenstrong in that fight. If he doesn't hit the lasso onto the Storm Spirit to force out a zip to disengage, it's probably a different story for the fight, right? The Storm is going to be able to like maybe zip to a different position, get some more right clicks off, utilize his Vortex a bit better. Like there's things for him to do in the fight, but yeah. With this much jump and this much control, it is really, really hard for Warwick to enjoy this game. I wouldn't be surprised if he's looking for, like he's looking at a Shroud right now, but this could be the game where he goes like a Shroud and a Lincoln's and a BKB, like fully subscribe to the I just need to survive when I jump in without having to zip back out instantly.
You just gotta live, yeah. It's one of those things where it's like you could maybe go Lincoln's, but it's not just the Roar, you know, they've got the lasso as well, and they've got a cask which can catch you out as well. There's a whole lot of stuff here for you to worry about. I do worry that Eternal Shroud is not going to give him what he needs to live, but we'll see.
It gives him good magic resistance against, of course, the Tiny combo. We said he's got the damage facet from that for his toss. The Batrider naturally, there's Maladit. Like there's a lot of ways for it, and also the return of mana. So it does naturally enable Storm Spirits to have the X Factor moment to turn around a fight, and that could be what we look at in 3-4 fights down the line. If he gets this item completed and he survives, it will be because the clutch Shroud. So I don't mind it at all, but they need to get to a point where they can actually utilize it, because at this current rate, if Ursa syncs up with any stun, heroes should be falling. We yet to see that perfect Roar plus Fury swipes from the Ursa or Lasso plus Ursa. It's been kind of there's been like a second or two delay between the double jump, which has kept Night Pulse alive just a little bit, but you can see the fear in Night Pulse just a little, just not even just a little bit, a lot actually. The way that they play there, they're hugging each other. They're not really trying to kind of push the limits too much. They respect the fact they are just victim to whatever OneWin wants to do.
Yep. That said, I do feel like OneWin are playing this a little quiet, considering their draft. The moment they've lost this Aegis, they've just been very, very reserved in their playmaking, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I kind of want to see them go in and start throwing some punches.
I think we're at the stage of the game where you naturally have your cores asking for certain items, right? Like Ursa completed BKB, but then Beastmaster was a component away. So Beastmaster told his team, hey guys, don't fight yet. And now both heroes have their BKBs. Beastmaster just completed it in 22 minutes. This should be when they go again. So they're at the stage where items need to help them out. Swedenstrong, he finds the Hoodwink and he dies very quickly. So yeah, answering your question, Nomad, why did they stop? Well, they wanted to make sure that the next fight, they don't give any chance for a turnaround. And now the aggression should be returning again as they find another hero.
Yep, they certainly do. This guy's not getting out of here. The tree slowly trying to limp away. Nice full stuff up to the high ground here, and maybe with the living armor he survives Maledict.
No.
Nah, he gone. Rest in peace, buddy.
It's pretty rough. If only he had like a raindrop and a shovel to then have a salve to also help him, but
there's no surviving the voodoo magics, T.
Has he eaten his Grigri yet? No, he hasn't.
No, it's chilling. He's got 600 gold. It is Gree-Gree, but it's... Okay, so it's a complicated one because it's used somewhere else, I think. Spanish or something where they do say gris, but it originally comes from South Africa where it's Gree-Gree, so... I believe
when I read it, I instantly said Gree-Gree, and being British, with poor pronunciation or anything, I panicked and going, that had to be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we are likely wrong. We're definitely not authorities on pronouncing anything.
Because like Gree-Gree just sounds kind of cool, you know? Like, damn, my Witchdog got his Gree-Gree. But like, if you say, oh, my Witchdog's got his Gris or Grise, you know, I'm just, you know, it doesn't sound as cool. But alas, he's got 628 gold to obtain at any minute that he wants to use it. I would be shocked if he was to contribute at the moment. I kind of feel that once you get to one big component level of gold, that's when you set it off.
That's right. It's not a particularly exciting thing to use, the Gree-Gree. It's very much just a case of like, okay, like eventually you'll just realize that it's a good point to just sell it and get the gold and get your next item. So,
and just to clarify, if you aren't aware, as Janta does get killed top, we can talk about the Gree-Gree one last time. It's basically if you have any unreliable gold, you don't lose it on Witch Doctor until you consume your Gree-Gree, and then you obtain it all back, and then you then have unreliable gold once again. So it just secures any of your cheap early game deaths that you have occur. It just secures your early game farm pretty much. But we'll see when they want to use it. It would be cool to in the future to track when certain supports use it. Like a good example of the alternate version where you have like Warlock with the XP totem. Not in this game, but like we see some supports with that facet. Drop it at level 5 to get to level 6, right? And I think with Witch Doctor, it is somewhat like an underexplored innate at least, because do you want to get it for your Glimmer Cape? Do you want to save it just for that extra little bit of help to buy it? So yeah, I'm excited to see what the future of Gree-Gree holds. Of course, TI is on the horizon.
In some Western African countries, the Gree-Gree is used as a method of birth control. Fascinating.
Oh.
Well,
sure.
Read what you want into Witch Doctor players from that. Roshan going down. And there is no response from Night Pulse. They're chilling. They're relaxing. Aegis in the claws of the Ursa once again. Cheese on the Beastmaster as well. I'm excited to see this Beastmaster just rock up to a fight. Like we've been seeing it. Just blinking into the middle of everyone. Primal roaring someone in the face and just banging on his drums.
Interesting enough, Night Pulse, they're really opting for the high ground turnaround style of play. Like Storm Spirit's potentially looking at a Shiva's. You've got your Treant going for a Vlad's. Underlord going for a Lotus. Like, I'm just sorry to jump between so many heroes, but I feel like they are really opting for the let's just win that one fight because of a clutch spell use. And they're even smoking into the Aegis. I did not expect this at all. We'll see if they can find a pick. Ursa is about to show bot lane, and maybe if they can find the 3 heroes before they connect, but it's just a little bit too late. I think it's all
on the Requiem. The Requiem needs to be huge. It needs to go silly. Can it?
How silly? Like 3 hero insta-death or 1 hero?
No.
Like, how silly are we getting here, boss?
I'm saying, like, if he can get it off midway through the fight where heroes are already low, you know, kills 2 of them, the fear messes up and saves one of your teammate, you know, that kind of momentum shift. That's how silly.
Okay, that kind of happened in mid lane about 10 or so minutes ago when we saw that kind of little glimpse of life. But
yeah,
you can see from the smoke. Look at just the mini map, right? It's they smoke, they see the push, they instantly skip wave. They take mid, they skip bot, they take top. Like they're really just opting for the do not fight into them. So where we saw a smoke and we were getting scared they were going to go for a fight, they used the smoke for a completely different, you know, version of play, which is perfectly fine.
Chiro Jr. is a little bit alone here. He's got that BKB though. Makushi's coming in. Okay, not alone at all. He's got his bear friend to help him out, and together they're going to slam down Cammy. BKB now gone for Chira, and Lasso comes down onto Till the End to bring him down. Warwick feeling like he's got a bit of freedom in this fight now as the Requiem. That didn't go silly at all. That was not good.
I mean, he looked silly. It didn't go silly.
Yeah, true. Maybe we're confused about the meaning.
It's a little bit like... I'm a little bit bewildered because I just praised the fact that they used the smoke to skip waves, to play the map, to dodge the Ursa, and then seconds later, they're jumping a Tiny without any real damage. Shadow Fiend's not even there. Storm's jumping in late as well. You're trying to get a burst kill with an Underlord and a Hoodwink. Like, Hoodwink has burst damage, but Underlord doesn't. It's a lot of damage over time, and it just feels like a really poor call from Night Pulse to try and go for that kill, especially when you're this close to your base. You're going to trade off a tier 2 additional map pressure, and there's 2 minutes left on Aegis, but I think, yeah, Night Pulse, they're going to make sure their jumps are a little bit cleaner. And to be clear, their jumps aren't easy at all. Like, they don't have burst. Like, Shadow Fiend's a right-clicking hero. He doesn't have any of the spell style of damage from his Requiem. He's not itemized for it at all. Of course, you don't expect it to be from the carry role. And Night Pulse, they need a fight to last, a minute plus to feel good.
Definitely, and that's kind of what they've itemized for as well, right? Like, Vichun, he hasn't gone for this Daedalus or, as you say, the spellcasting stuff, so Burst's not going to be there. Storm, he went for the Eternal Shroud, which again suggests elongated fighting. Underlord just kind of exists in long fights anyway. There's nothing he can do to be a kind of bursty, explosive hero, so...
Yeah, this is not a really good demonstration of Underlord, I'll be honest. I was hyping this up in the draft, but this is not the hype I was trying to bring. But this fight might bring some more hype.
on V-Tune right now. The Raw's going to be there as well. Down goes your Shadow Fiend. Down goes your carry. What are you trading for? A Bat Rider? That's not ideal. Cammy just going to try and piece himself out here. He's got himself the portal. He's going to go through it. Are they going to follow? Yes, they are. Where are they heading? To the other side of the map where Chira Jr. was already waiting.
There's only one response to this.
Weak.
Just oofed.
Yeah. Jiro with the double damage, just trying to catch Jansa, see if anybody turns up for him to toss, but there's going to be an Ursa here regardless. Godlike now on Munkushi as well. 10, 0, and 6 on this cuddly teddy bear.
I just don't see what Night Pulse can do. There's not a single drop of hope that I see with the heroes that they have right now. They don't have the damage, they don't have that explosive pickoff when you're behind. You want to have that simple... We see a hero, we get that kill, and sure, Storm can do it with someone else, but it just isn't there. Like when they have it in absolute bucket loads, and
yeah,
they're thriving on it. They're taking mid-ranks, they're going to go top. Like Shadow Fiend, after having so much time to farm up, his entry to the fight was like a little Requiem, little disappear, and they go
okay, Aegis down in 10 seconds from the Ursa.
Can they time it? No, he can't. He's just dead, yeah.
He's just going to die.
No BKB though for 14.
Okay, Root. Toss out. Oh, Chira Jr. saving Private Ursa. Get Munkushi out of there and get yourself to a degree of safety as well with that Blink Dagger. Very nicely done. Munkushi jumps back in. They go forward, but they just get counter-initiates on instantly. They'll lose Cammy in the blink of an eye. Warwick trying to fight up into the Tiny. Tiny might be going, no, he will not. It's a Storm who's dead instead. Beautiful turnaround, and the GGs come out. Game number 1. It will go to 1 win.
Yeah, it was a really impressive game from 1 win. Like the way that they played the map, there was some like moments of, oh, okay, the net worth's getting a little bit easier for Night Pulse to at least look at the future of this game. But as soon as you saw that first Roshan at minute 15, I just saw the draft. Oh, it's a little bit silly. Is it going to be like, we're going to look at it and go, why did they pick this as a lower bracket team? Because I'm looking at Pro Tracker for offlane games, for Morphling. Not a single pro player has touched the hero in the offlane. It has a 34% win rate in 41 matches, and only non-pro players have gone near it with varying abilities of success. There is one player who's played it 17 times, and his main primary build is rushing Octarine Core. But also he does go for the strength facet.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why it would have made sense. I mean, Cammy Morph is like a thing, right? Like Cammy, for those of you that don't know, used to be named Dream. Used to be a carry player. Pretty good upcoming talent in the region. Never really found his place. Never really broke into the upper echelons of EEU. So, and now he's playing offlane for this team, as is the kind of EEU way for any carry player that stays around long enough. They eventually just drift to the offlane. So
we've seen this strategy from some teams in Eastern Europe where they have these kind of hybrid offlaners, which are like the carry / offlane players, and they do the let's just pick 2 carries and farm up and scale. And I think when you see aggressive lineups, that is often an answer to deal with it, where it's like, yes, we concede laning phase impact, yes, we concede the first 15-20 minutes, but one mistake, we now have 2 carries, you have 1, haha, game's won, right? But I'm looking at this draft, it's like you've picked a Morphling that wants to try and be a carry into a Darkseer, who won't really apply a lot of pressure to a Naga. Yeah, I'm just I'm bewildered. It's not as if this is like a free Morphling game where I'm like, damn, look at the Morphling pick. It's going to crush everything, right? It's like you're into a Darkseer. There's a lot of map pressure. Like, sure, down the line, you are going to be really like hard to kill with CK and Morphling being double cores, Storm jumping backline. Eventually, they are really, really scary. But the journey there, we'll see if it happens. We'll see if they can get there, but
we'll see.
This
is pretty crazy. One good thing for that lane, though, is that the Voodoo Festeration does just completely annihilate these Naga Siren illusions, at least at the early levels. So that's going to be an issue for Munkushi. I imagine probably throughout the lane that's going to be a problem, but we'll see if that comes into effect. Yeah, I can't even say something like, oh, well, it's cool because he can go full Agi and then Witchdog can just heal him on his really low HP pool with Voodoo Restoration. He can't even do that anymore, so... yeah. It's a problem. Maybe. I'm just bewildered. I feel like this is such a crazy pick. Okay. Never did I think.
Again, let's just wait 20 minutes and then we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on like the early game, but we'll kind of reserve our judgment for the more important stage of the game so far. Again, we didn't see the 6 kills at the bounty runes. We've not really seen these crazy takeover movements, and I kind of feel like 1 win should be the aggressors just a little bit in laning phase. We've already mentioned the combinations that they have, but strong in top lane, trying to secure a little bit of XP by dragging the wave back. Running at Disruptor.
Yeah.
Okay,
he's going to have to glimpse him here. Does have the glimpse to keep himself alive, but looking a little bit hairy.
Oh, the double wave. Okay.
Oh my god.
It's not too often we see the... Oh, wait, Sweden... There we go. It's a bit uncomfortable, but he gets there in the end.
He certainly does. Till the end's going to come over, and V-Tune thinking a bit... But he's like, I don't want to miss a whole wave just to stop this shenanigans, so...
Okay, so the reason why they're doing this, though, is they know their level 3 timing is really, really strong. So if they can just drag waves, secure level 3 on Darkseer, that's when I expect them to go aggressive. And I hope they don't keep skipping waves, because this double wave should give Darkseer his level 3, if the Bat Rider doesn't.
He wants level 2 funky. Bat, though.
I mean, they should get 3 and 2 from this wave, so it's perfectly fine. Cool. I just realized how close he was to 3.
Easy. All right, we'll see if there's any action down here when that takes place. There's our mid lane, meanwhile, it's just kind of been a bit of a trade, to be perfectly honest. The Ember falling behind a little bit, as you would kind of expect. Storm got a really nice trade-off in the Facet matchup with this guy, with Ember in particular. Just the ability to kind of always catch him out. Slight. The only way he can really dodge those remnants now, so... And Morph doing pretty well at bottom, has to be said. You know, we never expect him to struggle in the lane. We're just not expecting him to pressure the Naga so much. But honestly, Janta's kind of doing a good enough job of that by himself. And now they're going aggressive. They might have actually just killed him here. Cammy just needs to get a couple of clicks on him. Waveform available. Not even going to... Yep, we'll just use it to seal the kill. Beautiful. First blood for the Morphling.
All right, which was a 2 OP. Like, he's bringing this lane into life, right? You've got the 2-point hill just walking around, just poking, and... Fair enough, they are applying the pressure, but less about the Morphling, more about the Witch Doctor there. And okay, first blood to the lane that we weren't really entertaining having really any kills, right? When the Morph and Naga into laning into each other, they just trade farm the entire time. But alas, a little bit of aggression has occurred, and we'll see if this leads to more. But again,
well, immediately Cammy jumping in down here, of course. Just doesn't feel a threat here. There's no instant stun. There's no way to catch him out when he's fully agi. So it's really kind of a free lane for Cammy at the very least. As respect. Might just be dead here. Yes, Janta's able to stay in range with a Voodoo Festeration. He just runs down the Crystal Maiden. All right.
Oh my god. I just love watching this gameplay from Witch Doctor. It's like he just awkwardly walking vacuum top 5. Anything else?
Oh, V-Tune, he's so low. He's got the stick, though. That's going to keep him alive for the time being till the end, just trying to force them back. Oh, the electromagnetic repulsion. It does so much work there and catches Sweden strong off guard, and that's going to lead to his death without getting a single kill here. So very awkward for the side of 1 win up in this top lane.
Relatively awkward area. They're trying to get kills top. They're getting punished bot lane. It's much better start from Night Pulse. And as we see the chaos happening on the side lanes, we now want to look towards mid lane. Sweden Strong's refilling the bottle for Ember. Warwick doesn't really have resources. And last game he struggled a bit entering the game, and now he's got a big enough one to be able to zip away.
Yeah, just gets out. There's a glimpse up in the top side. Oh, Cloud might be dropping here, and once again, the electromagnetic repulsion pushes the Darkseer away. This is such a hard counter, it feels like. Neither the Batrider nor the Darkseer can stay on top of this goddamn Disruptor. He just keeps living.
Oh. It's quite a nice little refreshing change to the hero. When you think of Disrupt, it's like, how would you change it? I don't think many people would have thought of giving him like a little bit of a pushback through his innate, but it's quite a little creative addition to the hero, and yeah, helping out quite nicely. 4 kill lead, 2,000 gold. That's oof.
When I saw it, I thought it was going to be. I just kind of skim read everything, and the first time I read it, I just. Okay. I just thought it was going to be like every time you cast a spell. But it is every time you take damage, obviously. I thought that would have been cooler, in my opinion, though.
No, I think the idea of someone running at you and then getting randomly pushed back because you've done a little bit too much damage, it's kind of like a scuffed bristleback logic, right? Like, sometimes, like, cool if I get damaged. No, I'll push you back if I take damage. No, it's quite cool. It's quite cool. So far, the start of this game has been quite cool as well.
Every time you cast a spell, you could like play around it a bit more. You go Blink Dagger Disruptor, go for the RRP plays.
Yeah, we'll see. If you wanna program it real quick and then show me what you mean, and looking good. This feels like as scuffed as like reverse RP or whatever it's called.
Monkushi. Oh, they've just fallen hook, line, and sinker for this one. Is he gonna get away with it?
That's a really nice juke.
And killing a Curry on the way past. Cammy's not going to be happy about that one. Yeah, they expect him to be farming the camp with his main hero and coming to the wave with his illusions, as you would usually do on the Naga Siren, but Monkushi senses danger, swaps it up, and that's going to save his life. Very high skill play there. But things certainly not looking great for the side of OneWin to start this game off. All 3 cores on the side of Nightpulse are ahead in the net worth chart. CK's had an amazing lane, as has the Morphling.
It's a little bit of a reminder to the previous game. They are trying to get Kami in the bot lane.
Never mind, he's actually
dead. Yeah. And this was going to be the kind of the point I wanted to bring now. They've had the good start. I think in the previous game they had the same style of logic, but where's that connecting glue to their draft? And it will be the Storm Spirit, because CK and Morphling in the side lane, they only want to farm. Like, Morphling probably wants a Manta, CK needs Armlet, maybe then like an Orchid or a Yasha Manta himself, and well, that's why I'm really looking at Warwick to continue the kind of the pressure that's being applied in this game. He is smoked up right now with the Witch Doctor looking at top lane. 2 points Maledict on Janta, so if they do find him, but a really nice TP out from Cloud, reading that move and just preventing what is, the required steps for Nightpulse to continue enjoying the start of this game. There are already 4 heroes. 9 minutes in, you got 4 heroes just hugging each other in the Radiant Triangle. That really showed a lot of respect to the Storm movement on the map, and I think you're pretty lucky if you're Warwick that you didn't opt to go and invade and maybe contest stacks, because you would have found pretty much the entirety of the OneWin lineup.
Yeah, full welcoming party, fully equipped. Wouldn't have been pretty. Yeah, I'm going to come over and take the ancient race, but not really a huge win here for the side of Nightpulse. Still a bit of pressure being put on, but more importantly, pressure being taken off Monkushi, who we are kind of looking at to recover this game. He's in a terrible, terrible spot right now, but as we know with Naga Sirens, you take your eye off them for just 5 or 6 minutes and all of a sudden they're a real contender. As Cloud getting jumped on right now, dragged into the middle of everything with the Maledict upon him. He won't be surviving through this one. Turning around, will throw out a Surge before he does drop. Helps get the kill onto Janta. In fact, gets the kill onto Janta as he goes down, but yeah, not a great trade, as once again Nightpulse getting the upper hand in these engagements. Here looking for the power rune, won't be finding it though. We're going to be able to grab it down to the bottom side, and it's a regen rune for the Storm Spirit.
Ooh. So last game he had 10-minute arcane, 12-minute regen. This time he had 10-minute regen. Are we looking at a 12-minute arcane? I didn't really pay attention to what the previous runes were, to be fair.
I'm scrolling. Haste.
He's checking.
Illusion.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen arcane yet.
Okay, it'll either be Arcane or Invisibility then.
Ooh. What a blessed 10 and 12 minute mark for this Storm Spirit. 2 games in a row. Didn't really help him last time, but this time, much better. Look at these two. I was about to say carries, but it's not. It's like off-lane brackets carry.
Cosplaying off-lane.
Yeah.
Ooh, aggressive here from Kami as he tries to jump forward onto Munkushi, but Munkushi's chilling. Gets the tower denied, backs himself off. This is a nice tower to kind of deny as well. Like, it's a tower you don't mind falling particularly, and if you deny it, then it's good times for a carry.
Yeah. I think for one at least.
In a behind position, that is.
Just trying to chip down the map, right? As soon as you take the safe lane tower, you then enable the next move to make, right? It's like you take the safe lane tower, now Disruptor and Storm Spirit are looking to, take away some of that jungle, maybe to find a hero. They have Static Storm as well. So if they find the Naga Siren, they find the Ember Spirit, they should be dying. And with the regen still in play, Storm is so desperate to find a hero here, but not to be the case. Smoke doesn't break. They know it's not there. Can they find the Naga?
They know. They know. Jump up. She's so low as well. What a catch from Warwick. Fantastic stuff for the Storm Spirit here as Night Pass just continue to pressure and pressure and pressure in the mid lane. They're looking for the return kill onto Kami. They're going to kill carry number 2 here, or are they? He's still got the strength morph coming on through. He's got nothing left, and he will get cut down by Chira Jr. Ulti comes out from till the end. Static Storm holding Chira down. It's so much damage, but he does get off the Sleight of Fist, but with that... Okay, never mind. Vichun cuts him down in the end. The cudgel comes down, and as does Chira Jr. The trade right now, a carry for a mid laner is the situation. Warwick kind of low in mid, but he's chilling, backs himself away. There is, of course, that arcane rune, as foretold.
It's predicted. Is there an oracle in the game? But alas, yeah, it's good moves, I think, kind of from Nightpulse there. I just want to see them be the aggressors. Like, even though they got farming heroes, try and poke one win just a little bit, so you just keep delaying. Like, delay the Mage Slayer on the Ember, delay the Greaves on the Darkseid, force them to have to react a couple times, because then when they bring these items into the fight, you're already looking at your double carriers having an equal item. And if your double carriers have items compared to utility, you're going to feel quite nice as you enter the mid game. They are still trying to whittle down this tower just a bit, and yeah, see, Darkseid gets dragged to mid lane. Ember now has to overlap his farm just a little bit, and Naga Siren's farming the bot jungle, Darkseid's farming the top. Like, Chira Jr. is not going to be happy that he's not freely farming as much as he wants to. And yeah, the net worths, they reflect it, right? Nearly 7k on CK, Morphling in second. This is kind of exactly what Nightpulse wanted. Can they keep this going though? Because in the last game, again, it's like 15, 16 minutes, one win just went, all right, we stopped farming now, we bought our item, and they broke the entire map. Like, it's not as easy this time around with a Naga Siren, but you still can see that with like Ember plus Darkseid together. Once you have Mage Slayer, I expect them to want to smoke, and they're already smoking up a little bit earlier, but without the Darkseid, I guess he's in the same lane, so we'll see if they can find anyone.
Oh, good chains. Connects onto Kami here. That might be enough to bring him down. In they go with the lasso. They'll cancel out the freezing field, but the chase is continuing here. Static Storm comes down. Kami going to be kept alive for the time being. He's going to survive through it all. A Sleight of Fist will be needed to finish the job, but it won't connect. The Morphling survives. Chira Jr. unable to get that kill, as once again, Kami just baiting them all in, living through it all, doing exactly what you want to see from your offlaner.
It's so rough. Like, they needed one more stun, and it just wasn't to be the case. Now Storm Spirit jumps in.
Chira Jr.'s in some real trouble right now. Vichun gets on top of him as well. Can't break out of the silence. He's going to lose his life. And now glimpse back on to Cloud, also getting brought down on the Darkseer. Absolute carnage in the top lane. One win. This is just a complete turnaround from game number 1.
Yeah, they are beautifully playing around the fact that Naga Siren is so absent on the map. Like, when they go for a fight, they're bringing 4 or 5 heroes. Yeah, and that just isn't the case for one win. They cannot do that with the Naga Siren. She's close to Manta, but Manta Orchid is when she really wants to kind of at least enter the pick-off game. And yeah, Nightpulse, they're punishing it perfectly. They've identified the farm required for this carry, and I'm not feeling the repercussions of their draft now. Like, sure, at the start you might have some hesitations, but with the way that Naga naturally plays, yeah, they are leading the charge. Warwick goes for the Orchid once again on this Storm Spirit, so he enters the fight, and further punishes. Yeah, women, they're going to have to really kind of just clean up some of the fights that they want to take, because they might be getting outscaled at this rate.
Yeah, moving once again onto Chira Jr. Death Ward's going to help out as well. That Orchid, you can't just play up like that into it, Chira Jr. You got to respect the Storm Orchid. Talking of respect, he's just kind of chilling on the middle lane on the CM. And also going to die. All right, Voodoo Switcheroo. Maybe he shouldn't have been chilling in the middle lane. I don't know.
Look at this build. This is the pub build that we see. So in the previous game, we saw the casual point and stun, the ability to at least assist your team. Janta showing us why it is so dominant in the pub scene. 56% win rate in over 3,000 games. You max your heal, you max your maledict, sorry. You get your shard. You walk throughout the fight. And if you see someone, you throw maledict. If they jump you, you go switcheroo. And that's it. It's like, it isn't the most crazy of concepts. You have good damage of your heal, you heal up a little bit. If you're about to die, you delay the fight. You're obnoxious, you're annoying, you're a pain in the ass. I don't know however many ways I can say this, and that sets up for a CK or a Morphling or a Storm to find the jump after. And yeah, so far they're utilizing it beautifully. Witch Doctor could be the hero of the series, maybe even the qualifier.
Wow, Weir's another jump forward comes, and this time they got a beautiful static storm onto both Respect and onto Cloud, and they are both going to get taken down here. Jansen does get killed off by Monkush from the backline, so the Nagasaran entering the fight. She's only got herself a Manta style, but that's enough to try and play with here. Storm, pretty low on mana here till the end, going to try and help out, but in comes a song that's going to allow the Timber Spirit to come back over if he wants, but no, they're going to pull the plug, TP out on the Naga, get herself back down to bottom, back into the farming area of the map. And, well, try to relieve a bit of pressure here, but I'm not entirely convinced that Night Pulse are actually going to leave this area and stop the push.
Ooh. Every time I say ooh, it's like, wait a second, no, he's not dying. What am I saying? It's... Sure, he's called Kami, but yeah, we spoke about how this is Dream. He is one of the stronger Morphling players in the region. Should never be dying to any random... chip damage. It would have been beautiful if he just died to a slide there, if he just actually shifted. That would have been poetic, but not the case. Is there any real timing though coming out from one win? I think they just need to wait for the Orchid and Naga Siren. Like, Monkushi needs to just call his team and tell them to calm down, relax, survive some of the map movements, and once he has his item, sure, he can...
He's getting hunted again though. He has no song this time around.
And he has no TP either.
I'm not sure he's getting out of this. I don't know, Monkushi. A very awkward situation. Here they
Manta
come.
In two.
The Executioner's Axe coming on down. Manta is available for Monkushi, but what are you going to do? How are you going to outplay out of this one? There is no chance. And the Orchid onto the right target just to make sure. And Monkushi will go down. And they're finding a +1 maybe. Chira Jr. hanging out. Nah, he should be okay. Oh, Jesus.
Again,
wish I'd have got no chill.
Obnoxious. That's all he is. He walks around. He throws down spells. Yeah, that's about it. A nice movement from Night Pulse. Game 1 to game 2. I said they had to make some big improvements, and yeah, they have made incredible improvements. This is the type of player I wanted to see. Warwick with the Orchid picking up Sweden strong. They are not allowing them to skip any wave, to play any part of the map. And see V2, and he's run all the way bottom. He's now run all the way to top lane. They are sweeping across the entire map to try and prevent any drop or farm that one would want to get from this position.
It's feeling very, very tricky to play back from. Chira Jr. kind of sacrificed his own game. He did have a good time at mid, but in order to enable his Nagasaran to actually have anything, he kind of had to just tank a bunch of ganks and try to be a hero.
I'm just surprised that they
didn't work.
I'm surprised they just didn't sync up the 4 heroes a little bit earlier, right? Like, if you bring the CM, Bat, Darkset, Ember to one lane, you are going to net kills. Like, you can kill Storm Spirit, you can kill CK, and we just didn't really see it to great success, and because of that, they just don't have a game plan. Is a mid hero that, sure, you can farm quickly, but his game takes off once he has like 2 or 3 kills, a couple of assists. Like, the map feels like it's his map to play, and yeah, they just were way too passive. They smoke up this time. We got Blink on Batrider. Haven't really seen it to great effect yet.
But this is the first fight the one winner taking on their terms. This isn't a reactive play. This is a proactive play. Can they pull it out the bag? Janta in a great position here, but they're going to find the Disruptor. Great target try and grab, but no, the Sonic Storm comes down, cancelling out the lasso. Oh no, till the end, way too quick. Song comes down, not soon enough to save Sweden Strong. They are going to try and set up on this one though. They're going to try and go for the Storm Spirit. The Orchid is out. The damage isn't enough. The pop, it might just kill him. It does, but Mankushi's dead immediately, and Cammy on the backlines takes down 2 as Respect falls as well. Cheer on the run, but Cammy is chasing. He's got the chains. And bye Chira Jr. 3-4 heroes dead on the side of 1 win. Only the Darkseer narrowly makes it out. An absolute disaster from them.
I know it's only 20 minutes in, but am I allowed to start entertaining the 2 letters that sometimes go into all chat? Because that honestly could be the case. Like this Roshan getting taken, like V2, and he rips through any hero that he looks at. Dream somewhat feels unkillable, right? Like there's no real threat. Wow, what a change of pace from game 1 to game 2. I know I keep referencing that previous game because this doesn't feel like the team that we watched in the first one. BKB complete on the Storm Spirit, and you've got Orchid complete on the CK, BKB complete on the Storm. Like they just want to fight, but now they just completed even more items. 1 win quite awkwardly, just hey guys, we lost Roshan, but let's just take our shard. All right, good job, Crystal Maiden. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
Yeah,
damn good shot. I made that trade. I made that deal.
Roshan and 7,000 gold, but we got Tormentor. But no, it's a fine move to make, of course, for 1 win. They don't really have any map to play, so go grab your free shard real quick, then burst back out into the game, and yeah. Just rather uncomfortable. Like I'm just not really seeing a move that 1 win can make that allows them to feel good. You got double auras on the Darkseer, but no hero to utilize them.
Do you miss shotgun morph?
And isn't that what he's kind of doing now with the phylactery?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, you mean like the E-Blade build? Or?
Yeah. The E-Blade when it was like based off your agility. And then, like, you also adaptive strike them on full agi as well. It was just funny. 100-0ing people.
Yeah, but you're a core player. As a support player, it wasn't funny. But that was also in a timeline where supports couldn't farm items. So it was a shotgun morphling where the supports just couldn't buy a glimmer or anything. So it was a dark time for support players. A great time for morphing players. So into your answer, no, I don't miss it. Not at all.
Good. I don't either. Good, but it was funny that was in the game for such a long time.
Do you think we're going to be in this game for a long time, Nomad, or do you think Nightpulse have the execution to close this one out?
I mean, we might be in it for a long time just because you've got 2 carries on the side of Nightpulse, so, you know, there is no pressure for them to go high ground. They are absolutely chilling out this game. They can do what they want. They can run at them, start getting more kills. Like they don't need to take high ground until like 45 minutes if they want. They'll always be stronger, I feel like. Unless they catastrophically throw a team fight.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I sit with it too. They're smoked up. They're trying to find just another kill. Of course, Darkseer is a great kill to start with due to the auras that can maybe give them something, but yeah, it's just any pickoff feels pretty good for Nightpulse. They're jumping with Ember in the bot lane. Of course.
Damage any silence.
Oh, another Orchid.
Okay. That's definitely the follow-up you want to see. How about another silence?
They're still looking top. Can they find Naga?
Well, they found the Witch Doctor, so it might be the kill. Look at the heals coming out, though. It's not enough, but it's certainly impressive.
CK wait for the twin gate. He's going to surprise him. Hello.
Oh, the wraparound from behind the song. It needs to come out, and it will. Mankushi gets out the song, and now will TP out. Gives Respect enough time to get himself away. Cammy tried so hard to get off an adaptive strike there, but didn't quite work out.
I mean, it looked pretty cool. Like, his arms are nicely raised, but yeah, alas, not to connect. And yeah, that's why I think Witch Doctor is easily the hero of this qualifier. Like, he walks up. He's tanking a shit ton of damage, putting it bluntly. He eventually dies. What's the hurt for? What happened?
Oh, you just don't swear very often in cast. I spat out my tea, Governor.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes there's a time and a place for it.
Oh,
Witch
goodness.
Doctor is.
No, it was.
He's
absolutely.
one letter patch away from getting removed from the game. You know how Sand King got absolutely slaughtered? Witch Doctor's about to get ripped to
he's going to get
shreds.
that treatment soon.
It's going to go from like
Sand King.
50% self-healing to like 50% self-damaging or something. It's just going to be just
Yeah.
absolutely the most craziest bonkers change to the
Dude,
hero.
They made an example out of
Look how
Sand
big
King,
the
man.
heal
They
is.
strung him up.
I'm sorry, but this is why it's stupid. Look at Janta right now in the mid lane. Whilst he's got it active. Oh, well, he doesn't have it active anymore. We'll look at him in the mid lane in a second. In 2
Hold.
seconds. In 4 seconds.
Don't think we're going to get to look at him. But what was he doing?
I think
Which-
we're getting absolutely toyed with, by the way. We looked at everyone but Janta.
Yes.
Absolute memers.
Funny haha time.
Yes. Yes, there we go.
Hooray!
Okay, now we wait and we'll be patient. And when he presses heal, this is why it's stupid. When he presses it, just hold tight, guys. He's going to go to a jungle camp and want to farm it.
Oh, look at this small camp.
Here it is.
I reckon he's going to one-shot those creeps, you know? No.
All right,
Okay.
come on now. Oh my god, stop teasing us, man. Please, farm a
Dude,
camp.
he's got a job to do, all right?
Bro,
This is a
okay,
man who's
he got scanned.
on the
He
payroll.
might
He's a
just die.
white-collar worker.
Oh no. All right, swing strong, dewarding. Okay, he's not pressing heal. We've just absolutely wasted
All
every
right,
time.
I was down on the bottom side. Chiragino
Doesn't
is
matter.
dead, by the way. So
It does matter. I'm sorry.
And as is respect. All right. Everybody
did he not
at
press
T Governor
heal
on Twitter
once?
for that one.
How does he not press heal one time? He's walked past like 3 camps.
This man, he's got his instructions. He's got his orders. All right.
Bro, he's like
here to do
teasing
one
us,
thing and one
actually.
thing only.
See, press the button, man. Prove my
Gonna
point,
dig. Bounty
please.
room.
Oh, he pressed it. He pressed it. Look how big it is on screen. It's so big. Thank you. TED Talk's over. Like, the entire screen is the hill. This
Oh,
is why
that's
it's
the point.
stupid.
I didn't know
don't-
the point you were going to make this whole time, so I was really interested. Okay,
I
it's
was
large.
waiting. I was waiting. I was trying
You can
to.
also hover the ability for this as well, but
we need real demonstrations.
Oops,
Actual
Storm.
active usage.
gonna catch out the Batrider here, or maybe not actually. Sweden Strong has a pretty nice little spot to play around here. Now going for the TP out in the tree lines, and Warwick won't be able to find him. So, gotta say, Sweden Strong's doing a great job. So he's doing amazing things up on the top side of this map.
Yeah, I mean,
Considering
women
the
in general,
situation.
they are just not playing the game anymore. It's why I've kind of started speaking about the most trivial of things, because their game plan is not to play the game. It's to skip every wave, to delay as long as possible. They need a Manta style on Ember. They need the Naga Siren. She got her Shroud to tank up just a little bit more. Of course, a Butterfly would be good against all the physical damage, but we are at the state of the game where one win, they could have been aggressive, they can't, and it is just a lot of farm, wait until they can make moves. Also, do you want to know a fun fact about Darkseer?
Would love to.
The 20% wall of replica illusion damage doesn't actually work.
Oh,
It's a bug. I tested
okay.
it this morning. So,
Right.
yeah, Cloud just picked up a talent that does literally nothing.
Okay, well, Warwick's gonna have to pop his BKB here as he gets ordered up. They've got the lasso. They might have the damage. Naga Siren pecking away at him, but it's not enough. Warwick gets away, and now Cammy's in deep, trying to finish the job here. The song comes out, but the BKB is there for the Morphling, so he's just gonna keep on smacking. Respect, tries to go for the TP. Realizes it's actually happening. A beautiful glimpse, gonna grab Mancusi back into the tide of NP. He does use the illusions, just trying to peck down Janta here, but it's not gonna be enough. And now the Naga Siren, she's gonna fall. Oh no. Every fight, every single fight has just gone Night Pulse's way, and this one's no different. Sweden Strong gets blasted by Cammy. The Morphling, the pseudo carry number 2, absolutely going to town on them right now.
It's just the tankiness of the Morphling. Same thing with CK. Even the Disruptor to be positioned far enough away to then hit the glimpse on the Naga. Like, after one win, tried to go for the Storm kill. They realize they can't fight. They use Song. They're trying to leave, and Disruptor just drags them back in and forces the fight. And even with the Glimmer Cape, they're trying to find Ember, and he has no BKB, so a Static Storm will be able to punish the Ember here.
No.
But nighttime.
No. Does Chirin know he's being hunted? Oh,
Yes,
he does now.
he does.
He's got himself a remnant this entire time, so if he gets caught out here, then
Oh,
would have
he's
said nasty things, but he lives.
blocked.
Okay.
No, he's not blocked anymore. He was he put his remnant inside a tree, so he was kind of stuck behind the tree line. No, just...
Any timings we're looking for at 1 win here, which you're gonna...
I've been trying so hard to find one. I'm just... Unfortunately, this is just a lot more time needed. Like, Darkseid needs an Aghanim, you need the Naga Siren to have Butterfly plus Heart. Right now, they just have no hero that can survive. Like, in the drafts, I was saying, okay, if they can get a hero that can survive the CK, then you can play out the game. But with how the start of the game went, they hunted the Naga Siren so beautifully, you never have this item lead. Like, Naga Siren against CK, you always expect to have, like, a 1 item lead on the CK. But, like, the net worth, by the way, CK has 21,000 net worth. 18,000 on the Naga Siren, but when you look at the last hits, like there's like 130 more on the Naga Siren, but it just hasn't translated to the game because of how many kills CK's been part of. So going back to your question for 1 win, they need about 20 more minutes of farm for every hero to get online to become a core in their own right, and for Night Pulse to struggle at high ground going into wall of replicas and all the damage above. So yeah, it's rough. It's not the it's also not the same high ground as before, right? Like the fact that Glyph resets on the melee racks, you can now take tier 3 range racks, ignore the melee, go elsewhere. You can also take the melee if you really don't care about the Glyph. Like there's a lot of other ways to kind of manipulate high ground when you're in the lead compared to before. And yeah, 14,000 gold lead. Waiting for Roshan, of course, to secure their own game. Maybe there's a Roshan contest for 1 win. If they blunder some spells, you get a good vac wall. And there's no AoE follow-up after the vac wall, right? Like you can't rely on a Crystal Maiden ultimate. It doesn't really do anything in this game. There's no like Earthshaker style hero, Tide Hunter. There's nothing to go, haha, we hit the 4-man vacuum into X. It's just there. They get repositioned and then CK drags the hero into a kill, Morphling waveforms away. Like the cores just don't really care about vacuum. Of course, there's a whole different timeline where Darkseid just has so much pacing that he just slaughters everyone. But again, not to be the case. They are smoked up.
Janter is just, he's such a slave to this team, man. Like he's now just sitting in Roche waiting for it to spawn. Okay,
he just left as it spawned.
He's failed at his job. He had one job and he failed at it.
But 1 win, they're going so aggressive here, going from the north side. They don't have any wards out at the moment to play on. So they're doing this absolutely blind.
Sure, Junior on the high ground. A little scared though. No, don't blame him. V-Tune's here. The sun's out, but he's got the man to get himself away. Gets himself out to that remnant, and now the song comes out from Munkushi. What is the setup here? Who are you looking for? Till the end is going to be that target. Warwick though jumping in, trying to help out. Can they get off the Static Storm? No, they cannot, but they're going to kill the Crystal Maiden in response. It's a trade of supports right now. Janter also in a little bit of trouble. Cloud's going to back himself away. The wall is down, but it's a bit of an awkward place. Still going to allow the CK Illusions cause a bit of trouble here. Till the end, right back into the fight with the buyback, comes through the portal and is already back with his team to try and help out and fighting with himself.
Yeah, it was just such an empty move from 1 win. I don't think they were ready to fight. Of course, if they give up the Aegis for free, then they will lose some racks. If they also contest the Roshan and die, they'll give up the Aegis and probably lose racks. Like it's lose-lose no matter whatever call they make. And they tried to set up the song into vac wall. It would have been really cool if the positioning allowed for maybe the supports to be next to the cores. In this type of game, the Darkseid needs to wall off the Morphling or the CK, use that illusion to run at the Witch Doctor or Disruptor to at least force some type of positioning issues for Night Pulse, but it just didn't happen. The Darkseid illusions only hit the cores, so it wasn't as explosive, and again, no follow-up. Just no damage. Every single fight is just awkward for 1 win. They can't do anything. They are just victim to Night Pulse making some incredibly, large blunders, and it just really isn't occurring. They now walk up to the high ground, 34 minutes, 15,000 gold lead. Aegis on the Morphling to simplify that high ground siege with the banner as well to keep the creeps alive with the invulnerability. They are respecting 1 win in every choice they make, and it is just inevitable that rack should be falling here.
Seems that way. Banner does get taken down by the Naga Illusions at the very least, but Kami's got absolutely no shortage of damage here to tear through these buildings. He's got the Aegis as well on the Morphling, so really feeling like he is to carry this game. He's not wrong. Highest net worth in the game. Probably highest damage as well, to be honest. He's just been doing so much in these fights. This ain't no offlane Morphling. You've been lied to, folks. In the backlines, Makuchi, he's been found. What are you doing here? This is not the place for you, Naga Siren, but she is gonna get killed. V-Tune on a godlike streak right now. Static Storm used to try and catch up the Ember Spirit, doesn't quite connect, so Chira Jr. is gonna be able to get himself away at the very least, but you've got a problem. Night Pulse are coming for your high ground. You no longer have a Naga Siren to try and cut waves, to try and mess with them, which I imagine is what she was doing there, so things are about to get very awkward indeed.
What we're saying here, probably one Rax should fall. I'd say 2 is on the side of ambitious due to the respawn time of Naga Siren. Punch onto Morphling again.
Yeah, but he's just going to trade his life for this. I don't think that's worth it, T-Governor.
No,
it's actually
it's
2 lives, maybe even 3, maybe. Ember jumping around in the backlines here, trying to keep himself alive. Thankfully, he's got loads of illusions to bounce around, but respect is gone as well. They really don't respect. Diving him under his own ancient. Bottom barracks to full. Mid lane is next. Just kind of feels like we're waiting for the G's at this point.
It's been about 18, 19 minutes of that.
We're patient.
I'm trying. I really am. I've been playing a lot more ranked recently. The patience level has had to go up incredibly high to play out that. Trying to get to 9-10k is not the nicest of feats.
I feel like whenever in my life I have to start preparing for parenthood, I'm just going to start playing loads of solo ranked. I'm basically dealing with crying babies there anyway, so
it's really good. Really morphs you into
Battle of the Illusions.
Oh.
Song. Yeah, they one win just really delaying the inevitable here, gotta be honest. But here we go. Cloud comes in with the vacuum, with the wall. Holy moly, is this going to be the play right now? Turning it around, and they're just not really doing any damage, unfortunately. V-Tune turning around, kills off the Ember Spirit. Mankushi has to back himself away. I mean, it might have looked nice if they weren't 27k gold behind, but unfortunately, they're 27k gold behind. Age is still up, damage still in, still trying to just defend this Ancient at all costs, but ultimately, it is going to be falling, and it will be game number 2, going to Night Pulse.
Yeah.
Jesus. Damn. Oh, let's get live. Let's see some COD killing action.
Oh, one more for the boys. Go, go, go. Wait, it's 5 seconds away. 4, 3, 2, 1. A wave of nostalgia sweeps across Twitch chat. How many years has it been?
Look at it. It's so good. They're so in sync with it as well. Damn, they're doing tricks. All right, you love to see it. Chira Jr. rocking up to lane with 9 bonus damage.
Oh, they're going again.
Oh, they're doing it again.
Crazy. No, to be fair, this is what they do. I mean, why would you not do it again?
They're not going to do it another time. He's got 12 bonus damage now.
They're smoked as well. Come on, simmer down.
And they just break the smoke to do it again. Chira Jr. does get popped here.
We have to remind you that Shadow Fiend is a better matchup to Ember because of the raises. For the magic damage, you eat through the Flame Guard. And on top of that, he now has 12 souls going into lane. So rather than hitting for 46, he's hitting for 60. Like, this should be a very one-sided lane. And he also doesn't even need to, because it's an innate as well, don't forget.
Yeah, we missed that one, didn't we?
So it's an innate, so he doesn't even need to level it. He just straight up goes for raise anyway. The joys of
this is even more OP than it used to be, huh?
Yeah. It's
this is silly.
Pretty silly, yeah. Well, I think we should look at mid lane because 12 denies already. Crazy advantage.
Yeah, Warwick has no XP at all. My God.
He has negative XP. He's actually still in the draft.
How do you feel about Shadow Fiend? How do you feel about raises slowing? Oh, that was a really nice dodge from Warwick. Like, I mean, I know it's been around for ages now, but...
I don't mind it. I think it's fine. I think Shadow Fiend's not really been a popular hero in recent time, and I think Shadow Fiend's a really beautiful example of how items can actually influence a hero being strong rather than the skill set of what your spells bring to the game. Because like this hero, Cast Point got introduced to Kaya Yasha, and now suddenly he's, flavor of the month, flavor of the patch, right? And I think that's really just cool to see that heroes aren't always just locked into themselves. But Warwick's doing insanely well at pressuring Chira.
He has got a fairy fire. He'll be okay.
The fact that he's dodged multiple raises with Slight, and that was a max range cogs. That's really cool.
Still bouncing him. Janta not having fun with that one.
Very lucky that the cog just timed out there.
Yeah. Could have finished the job, but it wasn't quite able to. Yeah, no, it is nice to see Shadowfiend back in a viable position. He's always a really fun hero to watch in pro games in all situations. Do miss my Magic SF though. We don't really see him much in Pro Dota. You know, he's all over the place on like every level of pub. Even like the pros are playing it Magic in.
It better be this game. I really want to see Magic SF in this game.
Against Oracle, it's kind of a risky one, right?
It's more like the speed in which you do it, right? Like because I mentioned cast point, Janta though should be maybe dying.
2 melee heroes not catching
even
this guy.
Blood grenades to 1 HP.
Is he like 1 HP?
Yeah.
Literally, I think he was. Uh-oh, Cammy might have taken a step too far forward here. Going to get bounced around by those cogs and chooses to go down to them regardless. And that'll be a dead dream in the off lane.
And Warwick, he did so well with some of the slight dodges in the early levels, but once Shadowfiend gets to level 3, 2 points in raids, the lane only gets harder. The damage of raids will inevitably force the Ember to have to look towards the jungle to a little bit, or even make moves on the map.
Yeah. Another issue as well is that you can't just save Sleight of Fist for only getting dodging raises. You have to be able to CS with those as well, otherwise you're just going to fall behind.
Yeah, one win, their lane's going very well. Like Lifestealer's muscling up into Slada, even getting a kill. Shadowfiend, as expected, is destroying mid lane, and as I say that, Lifestealer,
Monkushi's going to get bashed here. The damage coming through thick and fast. Does he have anything? Oh, no respect. He comes through once again with those cogs, bounces it around on them as well. Monkushi, Jesus, takes the volley, it steps into vision, and Janta does almost catch him out there with the Shadow Realm, but only level 1. Not going to do the damage to bring him down. Monkushi can approach the lane once more.
really, really good cogs from Respect this entire laning phase. Max range, catching the Dark Willow, containing the Slada, multiple bounces.
Well, that's
very useful.
Ooh. Open wounds leveled up by Monkushi there to try and steal a bit of HP from the Dark Willow.
He needs something. His Courier's coming out with a... Ooh. His Courier's only bringing a blade. No. Ooh. Yeah. He's not bringing any regen to himself.
No.
Well, expect Lifestealer to maybe die in the upcoming minutes to get his regen.
Hey, if he gets off that open wounds with that blade of attack, he's going to be full health in 2 hits.
All right, Respect actually has a salve on his Courier. Will he salve himself or salve his carry?
Jesus.
Or die.
Janta's got no chill at all. Yeah, that is a mystery third option, as Respect is going to get hammered down inside the cogs. Does throw it across to Janta to try and save Monkushi's life here, and, well, at the very least going to allow him to get across the creep with a Fortified. Is that their Fortify? I think it is. This is so aggressive. Night Pulse just looking to just bully Monkushi off this lane, and they're kind of doing so successfully.
Yeah.
You don't see Fortifies used on the side lanes very often.
Why not, right? Like the... Okay, he actually... After dying, he now salves the Lifestealer. Oh, no! Instant... Pretty much instant cancel. Only went for about a third of its duration.
What a guy.
Remember when salve actually did something for the carry, and you got demanded to buy them relentlessly?
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that.
Yeah. No, of course, does a little bit less. I mean, like half, but alas.
Oh, Cammy is playing up once again. I mean, Respect and Monkushi trying to turn this around, but I'm not sure it's going to work out in their favor. Janta just trying to finish the job onto Respect here. Respect trying to make his way through the tree line to get away from the Willow, and with the cogs coming off cooldown, that'll keep him alive for now.
Now he wishes he had the salve.
Yeah, true. Monkushi trying to get what he can from the lane whilst they've used all their resources, but he really can't stand his ground against the Slada. And now, another Willow maze comes down. Monkushi stunned up, being beaten down, tries to turn around with the open wounds, but the right click comes in from Janta, and Monkushi's going to go down.
His top lane is so volatile.
Bullying. In the river, meanwhile. Illusion Rune taken by Swedenstrong, and actually he's going to be okay. Cherry Jr. is too big of a threat, and with no mana in the tank where it can't chase that kill any further. So Swedenstrong will get away and steals the rune successfully.
Yeah, his top lane is so critical that the Clockwork has resources. If Clock at any minute cannot back up his lifestealer, then of course Slardar, with the ability to just right-click through him, bash him through rage, etc., will thrive in the lane. And I think for Nightpulse, they're very happy they have one lane going their way, because mid lane's not going very well. Bot lane is going exceptional for V2 in regards to farm, but also they're not shutting down the Pangolin. So it will just kind of potentially overwhelm with the map play when Cloud hits his level 6 and wants to go to any lane to find kill. Maybe Cloud could fix top lane if he hits 6 and helps the lifestealer with a nice rotation. But 7-minute wisdoms are coming up, and again, we don't really see crazy contests happening too often. Both of them get taken, and
Kushi and Cammy just fighting it up, but Chira's coming in for this. He makes the rotation, and he's going to be able to bring down the Slardar. There we go. TP rotation in from the Shadow Fiend. Unexpected, and he's got so much damage to give to this top side.
You have to be so respectful of the ability to TP in.
Oh no, Janta. That's an early tip, my friend. Oh, he's going to get away with it.
Yeah, it's
He's so good with these respect. I mean, a lot of these Clockwork players have been getting better and better.
It's a little bit
Respect's
of an art
one of the
form.
best I've seen.
Yeah, nice. The aggression that you bring. If there's a Shadow Fiend with Raze, he's going to want to TP. Especially like the movement slow facet. You hit a Raze, you hit 2. Like, they're not going to really be able to get away from you. Same thing like I was saying about the Pangolier. Like, you get too close to a tower, he'll happily TP and swash and you're dead. And I think Cammy just didn't really respect it too much. And like a death like that just gives OneWin just a little bit more life into the game.
It actually puts the lifestealer ahead on, or at least equal on net worth.
Ooh. It's pretty rough.
Bramble Maze, of course, no longer a maze now. Bramble Forest. Well, there's respect. I'll have to walk his way out of that one eventually. Yeah, TP's coming down. Cloud looking to get jumped here. V2 no, sees the toe rotation coming and decides not to commit to the kill. So Focus Fire not going to give him the kill onto the Pangolier.
I think that's why maybe Slacks hates his hero, because he just remembers like the 8-minute Focus Fire and how little damage it does. And kind of forgets obviously how much damage it does at 30 minutes. But yeah, that was very underwhelming. Maybe if V2 had a Javelin, that would have netted a kill, but yeah, not to be the case.
I mean, I'm just saying, dude, if he had Whirlwind there, he never tries to go for the kill because he's never going to get it. So, whoa, okay, they find the kill onto the Shadow Fiend. Shut the hell up, Nomad. There's a dead mid laner on my screen right now.
Yeah, support's really helping out there. Without the supports, there is no way you get a kill on the Shadow Fiend. And yeah, Oracle, Dark Willow, making sure they make the early moves, and they're kind of getting levels as well. Like Oracle's sitting mid to sap level 6. Dark Willow's making stacks. And
Chains out in the bottom side. Power Shot doesn't do a lot due to the raindrop. And Shackle's not connecting somehow. And now Cloud, he's looking for the turnaround. Rolling Thunder comes through. Doesn't really have a target. Janta will be spotted on the side, and that's who they're going to go for here. They'll take the cancellation prize, and Chiro Jr. is going to scoop that one up with a couple of razors.
he is very, very tanky on Cloud.
Till the end. Oh, respect! Oh my goodness, that was some beautiful cogs action. I just praised it from a minute ago, but that was even better. Holy.
I mean, that was just... When you go 3 points in cogs, you start getting those bounce backs. It's a nutty amount of damage. 200 per bounce. You hit 2, you hit 3. That's a silly amount of damage this early on. Unfortunately, the death summary isn't working. It'll be fixed by TI, I'm sure.
If you click it enough times and it'll come up, don't worry. You just got to spam click it. 464 damage with cogs. Yup.
Okay, so we asked a question. Oh, we got him.
We have the technology, boys.
That is advanced tech. We went back in time. That is very good. 3 stuns from cogs. Oh no!
Neat.
I just clicked on Shadow Fiend. Look at the build he's going. Oh, absolute despair. No, he's going right click. Replay time. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. Look at it under the tower as well. Getting absolutely pummeled.
Look at this
Messi
production.
in the middle lane. As we have Sweden Strong dropping down. Who cares? It's just in support. Support's lives mean nothing.
It would have been really cool if you made a Ronaldo reference after the Messi one to like show that you cared more about
how
Messi.
much I know about football.
Yeah, because of this age-old debate. It does prove that clearly Messi is more popular, because everyone I spoke to about Clockwork has referenced Messi being the reference point to kicking a football.
Yeah, I was gonna go around and make a list of all the footballers from like every region, so I always had one to go to. I haven't got around to it yet, but I'll let you know if I ever.
I mean, there's not a lot of regions. You know, if you want to really generalize it to, you know, the
no, we'll do
continents.
country. We'll do country.
Oh wow, country to country. Okay, I see.
Yeah,
it's a little bit harder.
It will require some research, that's for sure. Just thank God it's not Cammy playing the Clockwork, because I don't think I know many Kyrgyzstani football players.
I'm sure there's a lot. There's probably an absolute belter of a footballer that like some diehard football fan already instantly knows, and we're just too, you know, distance from it. Anyway, mid lane,
Brain does, yeah, he goes for it, but doesn't get it off. The interrupt comes through with the terrorize. Hook shots there, but it's not enough. Duragini is going to go down. Respect in some trouble as well. Tries to save his mid laner's life, but might have just given up his own. He is going to get away. It's Cloud bouncing around on Janta here, and there comes the heals from till the end. It might be enough just to keep this Willow alive, but no, there's too much damage coming on through and not enough heals coming back the other way. It will be a kill, but the Shadow Fiend dies again. I mean, this is critical for the SF. This is the point in the game where he wants to be getting souls, killing creeps, and getting large. He's just nothing right now, as we do see an infested Lifestealer up on the top side.
Yeah, you have to respect the net worth. Like, yes, you're getting these kills in Shadow Fiend, but he's still second in net worth. The Ember, who's playing with the supports, trying to at least punch back into Shadow Fiend. The lane was so disastrous that he, like, even after all these kills, he's like down, what, 1,600 gold? Smoking up again with the Ember and the Oracle. They want to be so aggressive on the map, trying to get back into the game through kills rather than farm. Slardar as well, looking for the Blink Dagger rush. And at least in the patch at the moment, we've been seeing Orchid rushes, we've been seeing like Echo Sabers, we've seen like a little bit more greed from the offlane, but yeah, this time just going straight for the Blink Dagger. And that will enable him. I expect Roshan to be on the cards very early on. Like Maelstrom on the Windrunner with the Corrosive Haze of Slardar, like you could take this tower and go for a pre-50-minute Roshan if they want to. Oh, like, sorry, 15-minute Roshan, obviously it going nighttime top. But around that window mark if they want to, but I expect to see them try and ramp up the fight a little bit more, especially when you click on the Shadow Fiend and see him go Dragon Lance. It's like, okay, guys, he is not going to be he's not like a backline threat anymore. We don't have to worry about Oracle dying to some Requiem. It's a very different story.
Yeah, that's true. There's very little threats. You know, sure, you're going to have a Pango rolling around, sure, you're going to have a Clockwork jumping in, but these aren't things which are just going to 100 to 0 you. You're not going to be stopped from getting off these false promises, so I expect to see more good false promises coming out from till the end. Which is what you need when you've got a Wind Ranger carry. Like, I hate seeing Wind Ranger carries without any form of save or amp.
Oh, it tilts me when I... Okay, wait. Okay, just to clarify, do you mean, like, save ends in regards to, like, the Windrunner buying it for herself or her team not having it?
I mean, kind of both, right? But I meant for the team in that situation.
Because you just hit, like, a little part of me where I see Windrunner core players seem to forgo any defensive item. Like, no BKB, no Manta, no Aghanim, nothing. They just go, like, Daedalus into me right-click very strong. You know?
Yeah, man. Focus fire, go brute.
Yeah, I know it go brute bad. Exactly. So I'm very happy that V-Tune is going for the second item BKB.
Corrosive Haze stolen by the Rubik. Oh, look at the stinky cloud above Warwick. Oh, stay away.
It's actually really nice. Like, cosmetic, it's just so beautiful.
You like the stink cloud, noted. Yeah, 5-5 on the scoreline this game. Very low kills compared to either of the previous games. Looks like we are going to get that close game we wanted.
Perfect.
When did it break?
I think it breaks when Roshan is on the cards for Night Pulse. And I kind of expect it to be relatively soon. The call could be wait for BKB on Windrunner to then make the play. Because, of course, they're never running to Roshan with this draft. Like, until they have multiple items, they don't care about it at all. So it really is on Night Pulse to kind of set the pace for that. And maybe they respect the Clockwork a little bit to not want to go too early. If you die at Roshan, give away Roshan too early, like it complicates the game, right? So they're in that kind of fine balance of game is good, wait for the cause to be happy, then enter the game, and they're smoked up. Warwick, very sacrificial in his play. Like, non-stop smoking, non-stop playing with supports, keep trying to break the farming patterns of one win, but respect. If you want to just think about how to play support, guys, you need to do these type of moves. When the lanes break and you're just farming, as a support, don't hit a jungle camp. Hit a jungle camp and read the next movement. Go to the areas that you expect the smokes to be Because if you tank the smoke and die, cool, your core's now farm. If you don't tank a smoke, you farmed a cat. You're going to be scaling either way for your team. So yeah, respect, really nice positioning there.
I'm talking about scaling. Cammy on the Slardar, going deep. But is he going to find anything here? I mean, this would be a very, very deep dive. Oh, look at that sentry placement from Sweden Strong.
They don't... I mean, they kind of see it, but it's also tucked behind, so they have to walk around to then...
Just get rid of that real quick. Oh, no, Mike Cammy's the one immediately trying to take him down. But Cammy's the one taking all the damage here, but in comes a false promise from till the end. But he needs to start healing him because he's taking damage from every single direction right now, and the rest of the team are just letting him die. They can't keep him alive. Till the end also going to fall here as well for his sins. Pig Pole is out, but Pig Out's not going to get him out of this situation. Sweden Strong is just going to throw in the root onto his teammate to allow the kill to come through. Big dive there from Night Pulse. I can't condone that play at all. That was crazy.
It felt a little bit uncomfortable, and the fighting is still occurring with the shield rune in play.
Somewhat. I mean, Warwick has managed to get through the shield rune, but he himself is trading a lot of health. If Ichu comes in, immediately going to get lifted, throw back, but he might just have the damage. Oh, Sleight of Fist is not enough. Chira Jr. Oh, God, the power shot
Makes
as well.
sounds, no man.
Eek!
They did everything to keep the Shadow Fiend alive there. The lifts back, the cogs just to prevent the winner, and again, the extra, click or two to get a Maelstrom proc. And whew. But yeah, going back to the initiation, right? You get the ward behind the tower. Cammy then jumps in, but doesn't respect the turnaround potential. You're in between two towers, so multiple TP options, and it wasn't the engagement I expected from Night Pulse. A lot of their kills have come from, poking out in the jungle, playing the wider areas of the map, but they go to a really big choke point, allowing Clock and Pango to thrive, and that's not the type of move you want to make when you're slowly taking over this game. And I think one where they're going to be pretty content with what they saw there. They themselves even smoke up straight away after that engagement. They see V-Tune farming bottom, has the BKB available once the courier comes out, but trying to get a kill beforehand.
Courier might not get here in time. Wind Run comes through, but look at the damage coming on down there. More than enough to deal with the Wind Runner. I mean, again, not the most HP to work with. He could be now delivered, but yeah.
All right, I'm screaming for Roshan after this. That death is now the go Roshan. Cool. You've got like a minute 10 left on nighttime. You're already positioned top lane. Your tier 1 tower's alive. I kind of expect that to be the call, or to make that big play where you smoke for a kill on bot side of the map, get a pick off, and then do the daytime Roshan. But I think if you're Night Pulse, you need to think about this objective in the next 2 minutes.
You'd expect it, right? I mean, if you're forcing these crazy fights between the tier 1 and 2, I get it, you want the tier 1 tower at mid, right? But surely you could just force Roche and then they have to come to you and the fight looks better anyway. But I don't know. Then again, there's a lot of ways for one win to approach a Roche fight, which is kind of scary. And let's not forget the rocket flares, which aren't leveled. So, phew. Glad I didn't say too much on that one. But
oof, yeah, we're safe. Okay, they're taking mid tier 1 tower. Again, it feels like, of course, they are looking for the daytime Roshan. If that is good to be their play, it will be moving down in 20 seconds.
Man, they are smoked up behind right now. They are friendly with each other.
They got the BKB on Shadow Fiend. That is going to be the reveal.
That was the circle they were in. Aww.
Oh yeah, we could. I forgot we could draw on the map. I've never drawn whilst casting a game.
No, it came back. It was gone for a little bit, but it's back.
Okay, quickly. Tormented North and crosses, go. Quickly.
Oh wait, we're both crosses.
I win! Yeah! Okay, that's the new minigame. Okay, back up.
All right, noted.
We got siege happening at tier 1.
Sort of. I mean, Warwick's killing off some creep waves here. They're setting themselves up in the area. Everybody knows what's going on here. Yeah, it's all about the Roshan. It's already taken place. Focus Fire has been used. I mean, if you want to turn up to a fight, one win, now is your time, but they don't have the information. Why is that? Because Rocket Flares is not leveled. I'm just saying, guys.
It's always the last part of Roshan that gets awkward, right? It's like you do all the damage early on, you convince yourself you're taking it, then everyone just leaves the pit, and you're like, oh, we've not done it yet, so can we? I know, Roshan falls. And it's still a little bit of a farming Aegis. You're You're one component away from BKB on both Slardar and Ember Spirit, and that's when they're really going to ramp up the aggression. So I kind of expect the Aegis to be really utilized in the final minute or two. And that's for one win, it is just still farm. You don't really have any crazy damage item as of yet coming out on any of your cores. It's still like Night Pulse are farming, to bring the fight, whilst one win they're kind of farming to scale a little bit further. Like we're not really talking about Pangler's itemization at all, but he's gone for Echo Saber, a Manta, like really leaning on the old school build from Pangler. The fact that you are a universal hero, you can do a lot of damage, be a tanky hero.
Do you know about the Echo Saber Ags interaction?
No, please tell me. Does it proc on every person?
No, I just heard people smiling at me mention it, but didn't look into it myself. But I know there's something going on there, so I believe it procs, basically. I mean, what else is it going to be? Let's be real.
Yeah, weirdly enough, I've played like 100 rate games, maybe less, probably like 50, 60 recently. And I've not really played against a single Pangler, it feels like, which is very, very strange. There's been a lot of Shadow Fiends, a lot of Witch Doctor, a lot of Ursa, Zeus, but Pangler hasn't really come to mind, at least.
He's good, and this Echo Saber thing is the hotness right now.
You know what else is pretty hot? You have one guess. Just say any item, it's fine. If you're wrong, it's fine.
Me?
Yeah. Quickly guess. Hot item right now, the patch that we're not seeing as much, but it's pretty hot.
No, never mind. Let's go drums.
Ooh.
Drums are always good.
So close. Crimson Guard. This item... It got quite a weird change. Right, Clockwork's currently going for it, hence why we've entertained it to the masses, but now it's based on your strength, your max HP rather than strength, and it really helps. Some of these tanky heroes that can buy it, you can block 100, 120, even more damage. Against Windrunner, which is a lot of cheap damage, it's like physical damage is a key aspect of all three cores on Nightpole, so a casual Crimson Guard, throw in a tanky hero that might buy a Bracer as well, and Respect could be providing quite a lot from this position 5.
Indeed.
It'll be exciting to see how helpful
no damage from the wind, because he'll have the Crimson buff on him, and then he'll also have the Fortune Favors the Bold. Some Maelstrom procs aren't really going to happen on him. Sounds hype.
Yeah, it sounds hype. I've seen Centaurs go it, like second item. I think I was against... Maybe I was a Windrunner as well, and I just went Crimson Guard, sorry. I press it, and it's like, okay, you do no damage to me now. Like, you might proc and do like 80, but at like minute 25, 30... You expect to be doing hundreds of damage, and it really just hurts those clutch moments. And there's a lot of clutch plays available.
Gonna get caught here in the bottom side. The lift is there, but he's got the BKB. Gonna be forced to use it though, and back himself away. Hookshot though. Oh no, they might have actually found him. Warwick, he's got no remnants left. He's actually... Oh, he needs to be saved. Cammy's going to come in with the Slitherine Crush, trying to keep him alive until the end is there as well. False Promise comes through. This Oracle on point every time.
The Shackle?
Keeps him alive. And oh, what a Shackle coming out as well from V-Tune. But sure, Requiem is there, but the BKB's out, but it doesn't matter. The Wind's already dead, and now she's going to be coming back to life for the second time with no BKB. This might get awkward. V-Tune trying to stand his ground here, but he just can't do so, and now just being ripped apart by Chira Jr. The right clicks, they're going to land. Now the Windrun is up, and the damage will be there. No Windrun. It comes off at the very last second. Oh, he's gonna live! And the Shadow Fiend's gonna die. Warwick back from the grave. He never really died thanks to the False Promise. And now he's back to take down Clouder, though struggling with that assignment, actually. He's gonna have to back himself away. And actually, nope, never mind. Cloud's just gonna bring him down with a swashbuckle. Awkward. What? A mess.
That entire fight is like you're jumping an Ember who has to use his BKB defensively, then Respect hits some beautiful hookshot to keep the fight going, and the BKBs are all online for Nightfall, so they jump on in. A great Shackle shot to then hit with the Crush after the kill the life. So like, it was such a great fight back and forth, and then Shadow Fiend, he's a second away from killing the Windrunner. Like, that is the type of moment, like, you go back into the replay and you see like a certain thing that he did wrong, or someone made a slight different change in play, that the Windrunner was able to clutch up and hit a Windrun as soon as it comes off cooldown to dodge the incoming projectile. Maybe it's if Faceless Void time zone was any good, that's the type of things we'd be seeing more often, but that facet is absolutely useless. But anyway, moving on. That was, very cool type of fight there. But yeah, one win, they got a little bit excited, and they have to respect the BKBs. They were, incredible usage of them from Nightpulse.
It was good, yeah, and just enough to kind of eke out the fight for them, I would say. Yeah, crazy that Cloudsail's going to kill off there in the end. He just wasn't taking damage. Pretty insane.
Yeah, it's rather annoying. This double jump shield crash, you get your bonus shield, and he's itemized to have what, near 3,000 HP when he's in strength treads. It's yeah,
it's an issue.
It's a bit of an issue.
So Aghanim's on the card. We've got Blink, Echo Saber, Manta into Ag. So he's very much kind of playing up the core at the moment, and we saw that in the last fight.
Scan.
They want to get the survivor. They want to get the one survivor from the last fight. V-Tune is their target. The assassination attempt.
Is that
just
in range?
Out of range?
It's just it's just in range. That was really close. It looked like it was out of range.
Crazy. Yeah, I did.
No, we didn't really sit too much on camera, but Oracle's positioning was really nice there. Like, he was distanced very far away from the Windrunner, had the ultimate in play. They used the scan as well to read the smoke, so just the kind of the supporting aspect of Night Pulse, preventing any aggression there. He has a remnant out, and
I know.
he'd have to egregiously misclick to die here, or get surprised by a Shadow Fiend.
If he went and found the remnant and did it on there, I would have. That would have been quite something. But
that's the pub play where he just blindly runs into a sentry to try and predict it and just dies to a slaughter.
Correction, that's a nomad play. I feel like no shard on Slardar is a little bit illegal. What do you think?
It's very good for farm, but unfortunately there are games where you are too victim to the fight that spending 1,400 gold on a farming tool that delays your tankiness can hurt you. And I think it's the type of game where if they weren't ready with the BKB at that time, they wouldn't have won that fight. And yeah, he could have maybe farmed it with a shard, but no, I think this is with the state of the game, now he can go back for it if he really wants to. But I can respect not going for it just because of the...
Yeah, you get into the blind space of like, well, both my supports have a shard, so, you know, I'm a candidate for the next tournament, so I'm just going to wait. We've all been there. Aghanim's then soon on the way for Cammy. Not long, just sitting at the secret shop. Ready for him, and I imagine they want to make a play around that one. That feels like a pretty big timing for them to hit. Radiance Manta on the Lifestealer going for the AC next. Shadow Fiend, he's looking for the MKB, so he doesn't want a repeat of the last fight where he's running around trying to swap that fly. He wants to just get out one of those electrical baton things and just
have the ward.
Nuke that fly.
Okay, so I got a bit excited for no reason. My bad.
That's all right, you love wards. I get it.
It happens. I saw it, I got giddy, and luckily it didn't mean much. It's pretty cool to see the logic, though, of one win. Like, we just saw all the items on screen, but like, we got Lotus coming from Rubik in the future, the Crimson, the Clockwork, you then have like the Manta, the double force stuff. Like, you got so many defensive tools. Like, this spell is
4 Ogre Seal totems as well. Incredible. On one team.
And that's where it's like for Night Pulse, like they do live in the moment, right? It's like you jump with the Slardar, you wind run, you focus fire, like everything is in that certain position. So if you have 4 Ogre Seals, if you have Lotuses and Mantas and stuff, you should be able to turn the fight in your favor. Just depends if they can set up the vision to utilize all this repositioning and
all right, everybody's now realized it's going to be a bottom side Roshan.
Yep.
They portaled down here on 1 win. Night Pulse, they TP'd down, smoked up. Want to try and take the area slow. Warwick has a shield rune, so more than happy to be on the front lines. BKB available as well. They see the Pango, but they know it's an illusion. Very well and disciplined here. Now,
smoke's going
to pop from the Shadow Fiend. They thought they were in the trees, but they weren't.
Yeah.
Almost unlucky there as the Shackle Shot does connect. I mean, this is a big commitment here from the Wind Ranger, jumping into the front lines, but has to be careful. Dragon Lance to get itself away, but this is a BKB use and the Focus Fire. And comes the False Promise as well. Another key spell being used here from the side of Night Pulse. They might just want to get themselves away. Nice Terrorize, but not really nice enough to get a whole lot done. I think one could actually dodge that with the Manta, which is kind of sick. Till the end does eventually go down. Warwick on the run here, trying to get himself away. He's running out of remnants. He's running out of health as well. Running out of mana. He doesn't have enough. No, he's got one more in him, and then he's just going to have to get out. 1 win, though, should be happy enough with this one to start the Roshan themselves, but of course it's still not quite up yet. Still 20 seconds to go. If they commit fully to it, they might be able to take it, but they don't know when it's respawning.
Yeah, very, very uncomfortable. Like the 50-50, the smoke breaks. It's such a difficult position to be in when you're next to a tree line and your smoke breaks, because you've got multiple options within the tree line to blink to. If you blink to the wrong part of the tree, you'll get fogged. If you blink to like the top side, it's like everything in the moment just went wrong for the Night Pulse and their smoke. And because of that, OneWin was able to drag the fight apart. V-Tune very ambitiously went to go by himself to get a kill. He didn't BKB in time, so the Panga was able to turn it around, force V-Tune to run away. And yeah, now Roshan, you'd expect it to go to OneWin unless Night Pulse want to do some absolute crazy play here. Yeah.
In retrospect, do you feel like it just makes more sense once that smoke gets popped, you realize they're not in the area you thought they were in? Is it better just to go back to the Roche pit, try and set up around it and hold the area rather than trying to go aggressive?
Yeah, 100%. I think that's the type of move where when you don't execute on that stun, we've already spoke about how OneWin wants to soak the engagement, reposition, then destroy you. So if Night Pulse don't connect, it's like, well, you know Roshan's the key objective here, not the kills. Buybacks could be in play, so getting a kill doesn't feel too great if Roshan isn't getting pressured. So you blink, you don't get kill, the team should make the call, relax, reset, and then you get back to your vision. You can quickly deward the high ground whilst they're, running away from that, oh god, they're jumping us moment. And yeah, then you can just go for another fight. And yeah, just unfortunately in the moment, someone made the call to go, and it was their undoing. And we'll see if they can kind of tone that down a little bit in the next jump, or at least be cleaner in the future. But yeah, 100% agree that should have been a missed jump into reset.
A little too ambitious there. And you can feel it from the wind as well. Like 114 on V-Tune's Wind Ranger here. This isn't what you're expecting or what you're wanting from this hero in this point in the game. You want to be going out, getting kills, getting those focus fires off. Maelstrom plus Chrysalis. Like so much damage potential, yet none of it achieved. Pings are coming out though. They want V-Tune. AD on V-Tune though, so not the easiest target. And if it goes wrong, then you're fighting a hard fight.
It's also a very hard fight for V-Tune because you've got the MKB on Shadowfiend. Like if you win run up, you are just going to get right click down. Respect, throwing out the rocket flare, getting jumped though.
Yes, interesting. Whoa, that was a lot of damage. Okay, I didn't think they were going to have enough there, but they do finish the job. V-Tune catches him out, but now they got to be a little bit careful. This Pangolin with the Aghanims just ripping through the supports. My goodness. V-Tune and Cammy resetting together. They want to just hold this high ground, kill anybody that comes up, but it might be a little bit hard without their supports. Buyback on the Oracle, actually. As Chira Jr. is just running at your towers now with this Aegis in hand.
I think Respect might queue up a Ghost Scepter after that one.
I think so.
Yeah. I was hyped for the Crimson Guard, but I think it didn't really do much.
No. I mean, it wasn't amplified damage wind in that situation, so maybe not best to read too much into it.
Sure, yeah, okay. In that case, yeah, Crimson Guard's still fine, guys. It's fine. The amp damage with Corrosive, it wasn't the most fun, but OneWin with the Aegis, sweeping through the map, taking Cells of Tormentor, getting the Shard onto the Shadowfiend. Yeah, it's quite a nice Shard. It's kind of like, when you get it, you get it, but oh god. But it also helps when you get a crit on the Windrunner, that's quite nice.
Yeah, certainly.
And now you have the Aghanims on Windrunner, so reduces the physical damage taken, which would be pretty useful against... Well, we've already noted that the Shadowfiend has itemized to bully her when she wants to step up. Of course, as the game goes later, it's really hard to manage with high damage invisible heroes because your supports have too much economy to also carry detection. The cores, like there's no way this Pangolier, like he has one slot left to carry dust. But once he buys Basher, it's impossible for him to do it. Same thing for like a Shadowfiend. He's like one item away from not carrying detection. That's why invisibility scales quite nicely into the late game. But OneWin, they are smoked up. First hit to Tormentor, then to the Wisdom, and now they take the Ember's life.
Absolutely. Auric getting caught out there pretty badly. Rolling Thunder.
Oh. Of course, the
very hard
Harpoon's
to play into.
It's pretty cool as well, right? Like, whilst you're rolling, you can Harpoon someone into the stun. That's pretty nice.
Crush Cammy, though, commitment is there. Look at the life stealer. He's just getting turned inside out right now. The lift back, though, is there from Swedenstrong, and that's going to keep him alive. Huge plays from the Rubik, and they come out with nobody. Nobody drops on the side of OneWin. Oh, my.
Yeah, Lifesteal was able to quickly Manta Infest, jump back out again instantly, and have a lease of life. And if only the Ember was alive, right? That high ground defense would have been so much scarier. Nice high range here to kill the banner.
Yeah, that's good. They need to deal with the banner. They do. So many cogs being thrown at them as well. Chira Jr. I mean, he's strong, but still, if you get the corrosive on him, you get a couple of clicks on the wind. He can't stand his ground against that. But man, so frustrating for Vici, just really struggling to complete on these kills every single time.
He just needs a friend, right? He's just a little lonely windrunner, so alone in the fight. Because I think like Slardar's having to be the kind of the noisy hero on the team. It's like, hey, look at me, and then Windrunner wants to kind of wrap around at the same time whilst the chaos are getting created. Ember's just a little bit too squishy to really be that hero, and because of that, you're not getting these simple jumps of shackle shot with Slardar get the kill. Now, if we rewind like 20 minutes into the game, 60 minutes into the game, we'd have seen like the Windrunner shackle shot into double crush. They got the kill. It looked perfect, but they've just not been able to replicate that. When they start a fight, they are all over you. You've got the Life Stealer in the middle of the fight. You've got the Clockwork, Pangolin. It's not easy to hold a good position for Night Pulse.
Aesthetics cap now grabbed from the Life Stealer as well, so that'll help him out in situations like that for sure. That's a really nice item for him to pick up in this kind of game. Aghanim's also coming out for him as well. That's so hard for the Wind to deal with. If she tries to engage on these fights now, it could go horrifically wrong.
They could just give a gem to the Life Stealer as well. So then the gem Life Stealer can walk around next to the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend now becomes your core because you are the AC Aghanim's Life Stealer who's amping up your Shadow Fiend to take the towers. You've got the 15 talent to hit the buildings well, and it would be pretty cool if they do have a gem coming up, but I don't see one on a... Oh, they do. Oh, Clockwork's got one on his courier. So, yeah,
beautiful.
Nice. Making the plays.
Yep, switch out that Bracer. He's actually jumped inside Cloud, so... Interesting to pick up the Ags, then use the Infest aggressively.
Yeah, it's got a reduced cooldown, so if the fight lasts long enough, it'll be able to use it. They're just hoping to find that one kill. Absolutely. Radiance was turned off as well, just to make sure they don't get seen on any great wave.
They see Cammy, it's a great target, but he's got a shield rune, which means he'll have to blink himself away, but doesn't matter. BKB's out, it doesn't. A crit is there from Chira, and down goes Cammy.
He just dies so quickly.
Everybody does. There's so much damage from these cores.
It was like 900 damage in a single hit from the Shadow Fiend. MKB Crystallis. Whew. Of course, with the armor reduction on Lucky Shot as well. It is rough.
Gotta be so careful. Also, Rubik keeps stealing Corrosive Haze, which is a problem.
Also helps. Also doesn't really help that Pangolier takes away 13 armor, and Slardar takes away 20. So like Pangolier is kind of like a scuffed Slardar when you think about it, in regards to armor reduction. They jumped
hook shot in. They found a great target here. B2B bounced around, not going to be safe until the end. Just no false promise coming out. He needs it for himself, and stolen by the Rubik as well. So Swedenstrom's got it available, but I'm not sure how much is left in the tank. Till the end, just going to get killed off on the steps of the fountain. Pangolier tearing through them, looking like an amazing hero in this game. Tower starting to fall. Buyback comes out from VTune. What can you do though? Oracle, he's dead, no buyback. 20
Not
seconds
much.
on the Dark Willow.
I mean, Ember just took a rack,
did
so
get a
that's
rack
something.
on the top side, by the way, yeah.
Woo.
That's pretty crazy.
It's a sign of not wanting to fight at all when your Ember just dips out of everything. I think that's the story of the game, right? Look at the item just picked up, right? Shadow Fiend, Satanic, Clockwork, Vlad's, Ember Spirit. I got my Veil.
Veil's online, boss.
I'm ready to do more damage.
Yeah,
Hero just died in a second. This is both teams high physical damage, high minus armor, and you get jumped, you're dead. Whoa, the Hurricane Pike.
Yeah, it's an interesting play. It's not really seeming to work out for them. Cammy trying to stand his ground against the Shadow Fiend, but all by himself, he doesn't stand a chance. Trying to slither away into the backlines, but that's not going to happen. The right click finds it. Focus fire being unleashed, but the Shadow Fiend stands his ground, forces back V2. V2 will come back to deal with the Pangolier. They will do that, but it's going to cost them dearly. Mega creeps are out. Auric inside those cogs. He's got to be careful. He gets caught by the fear. He's just gone. Chira Jr. with the fake back once again, just like game one. Catches out till the end as well. He's strapped straight into the grave. Auric trying to hold his ground. That That's not going to happen though. Chirrut Jr. just doing way too much damage. The Shadow Fiend is tearing through them all. Fear the Lord of Darkness. Cammy trying to get himself away. Will survive for the time being. V-Tune's back in the mix as well. Focus Fire available. Maybe gets one more chance to blow somebody up, but it kind of has to be the SF. Like, nobody else is going to cause them any issues. As then comes a Lifestealer once again. They'll find the Willow. Willow going to die to a cock on the sidelines. Cammy as well, an equal amount of trouble, and there it is. The GG comes out, and game number 3, it goes the way of 1win.
Just the spell casting in these fights was so cool to see from 1win. Like, the aggression from the Pangolier